Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face just to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back.
Hello, and welcome to my Minority Matter. My name is Rick. Let's go ahead and turn on the camera. Let's hear. Oh man, like a zombie. It's just because last night severe thunderstorm that I've ever experienced living here in Connecticut. It was so crazy, like the amount of like lightning and thunder, and it kept waking me up, and I just did not sleep good last night. But then, like around 6:37, it was still crazy outside, but I managed to fall asleep. And then I didn't wake up until like 2 in the afternoon. And I'm like, oh, my whole day is almost gone. What should I do? Well, let me eat something because I got to take my medicine and let's produce a show. It's Friday, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a great day. I'm still having a great day, even though I slept half of it. But those thunderstorms were so intense. It was freaking intense. I internet going crazy. Of course, it would be. Yeah. The internet is just really hyped since that thunderstorm passed through. But like I was trying to say, is I've been living here in Connecticut for the past 10 years, experienced a thunderstorm like last night and this morning. Room, it gave me some Portuguese like feeling with like lightning coming into the room. Then I was looking at the TV and I was like, And trust me, I give him some credit too, because I'm not almighty, but that's super intense. I mean, the last time I experienced something like that was in Florida, and it's with the sea breeze. And if you guys ever been to Florida during a thunderstorm and really a lightning show, oh, you know how intense it is. And here it was just like super intense. I'm thinking about Vicky a lot because San Diego is going to get hit by, and I'm this is pushing it, but I believe they're trying to push this narrative. California is going to get hit by a hurricane. It's not going to be as strong as it is now. It is a pretty much do that's going to drive me crazy. The internet is going to drive me crazy. It is moving to the northwest north, I think at 10 to 12 miles per hour. We're gonna check the numbers and stuff, and we're gonna check the radar so we could inform those who actually live in California. Um, but I'm not too concerned about the wind. It's the rain and the amount of rain that San Diego is going to get. The internet is going to be breaking up. Internet is going crazy. I can't control the internet. The internet is it's not it's just not going to be a good it's starting off rough already. There's nothing I could do about it. The internet is acting crazy ever since the storm from last night. It's just the energy has been so high, and I was so tired. I was depleted. I kept waking up throughout the night because the thunderstorm was so loud, and it would wake me up. And I had both of my cats on my bed with me, and they were kind of spooked from all the lightning and so forth and the thunder. Um, I'm gonna try my best with the internet. Just bear with me. I have zero control over the internet. It's gonna do what it's gonna do, but my main concern is San Diego, California. That's where one of our good friends from the show lives. There is going to be flash flooding. There is going to be a lot of problems in San Diego, Los Angeles, um, even going up to Nevada. There's going to be issues with the amount of rain that they're going to get. You got to think about this. The amount of rain they're going to get is going to be enough to cover maybe 8 years of rain, maybe 8 to 10 years of rain. The accumulation of rain that they get within 10 years is what's going to drop during this storm. Oh, San Diego. I hope Vicky's ready. I'm thinking about her so much. I'm really hoping that she is getting prepared and ready, and we're gonna send her positive energy, especially tomorrow. I'll do a show, and I'm gonna be on here for a good amount of time tomorrow. And the most of the heavy rains and so forth will probably be Sunday going into Monday. I still believe it's going to be a Sunday going to Monday event, and it's just gonna not gonna be. It's not gonna be good. It's just they're not set up to be able to handle that amount of rain at a short amount of time. It's going to cause major problems with mudslides, landslides. There you're going to see the news is going to be going crazy with this. It's going to be something that it's probably once in a generation type of storm. Because the last time they got hit by a storm was back in 1939, but they also got hit by a storm, which I'm so weirded by because the media is not mentioning the September of 1976 storm that hit Southern California. They're just avoiding that, and they're going, yeah, the last time was 1939. Let's hype it up. Oh, since 1939. No, that's incorrect. They got hit by a storm in September. I want to say September 8th or 11th of 1976. Go look it up. Like these media companies, they just hype on the fear and they hype the energy so high, and it's just so uncalled for. I mean, I hate when media gets shit wrong and then they push their narrative. Oh my god, 1939! Oh, everybody scream and run and like no. But if you go back and you've seen the pictures from what happened, they occurred a lot of flooding, and that's the number one killer. It's not the wind that kills you; it's the rain, it's the water. You know, people end up making mistakes. They're trying to leave their home during a storm, and then they get swept up by currents. Like this rain is gonna be so impactful, and I hope Vicky comes on and talks about like what's going on in her neck of the woods. I'm gonna be coming on I'm gonna come Saturday, tomorrow, Sunday, and Monday, and I hope she comes through and give us a report on how she's doing and so forth. And we're gonna send her some positive energy her way because it's gonna be an event that's gonna be happening there. And I know it's something that the administration here, the United States, they slacked big time with the wildfires in Hawaii, and so horrible with their response. Now they're going to try to make it up with this storm and send all the help and all the stuff to San Diego. It's all a big game. It's like everything that this country does, it's so backwards. We already should have help already out before the storm happens, not after the storm. That defeats the fucking purpose. Like, pump them up now, get what they need there now, so that way when they experience the storm, at least they could have something to fall back on with help, and then more help could come along the way. It's just gonna be it's gonna be a really bad situation out there. And I could feel it, I could sense it, I'm trying to voice it out. But let's say what's up to some of the ladies and gentlemen that are in the chat. Paula, Albie, Maggie, Timur. Hope you guys are doing good. I'm going to put out the link so you can come out. I know Paula's having a show tonight at 7 p.m. So I'm definitely going to be running the show until 7. And then I'll back. I might show the show on my channel and still be participant listening to her show, and I'll broadcast it if it's okay with Paula. If it's okay for me to do that. So I would love the people from my channel to go over there and support her. Leave a like, subscribe. She puts out really good videos and shorts that I've been noticing, and you gotta give her a chance. She's doing a lot and pushing a lot of information that's very helpful, and we need more ears and eyes on her. So with that said, let me go ahead and put out the link to the show. Maggie, I hope you could come on. I want Maggie to come on so bad. I've been thinking about Maggie. Let's go ahead and put this here. I gotta roll my medicine. I didn't really have. Not really time, but I didn't really do it yet. I haven't rolled it yet. I need to get some more medicine, by the way. Probably get some more tomorrow because we'll have a storm watch show tomorrow, where we'll focus in on the storm, and then we'll try to, with our energy, to help reduce the storm and bring it to at least a category 1 going into California. If we could focus our energy. The rain, it's going to be so much that's just, I'm not worried about now with this hurricane being so strong. That's, let it get strong, let it become a category 5, let it do its thing. My issue is the rain and the amount of rain and a short period of time. And if you've never been through a hurricane, I have. I experienced hurricanes before, from a category 5 to the minimum category 1, and they always come with a punch, and typically when you get a category 1, it's usually more moisture than wind effects. When you get it with a category 5, you're dealing with the wind, and that wind is it's oof. It's like every I remember Hurricane Andrew, and this is going back to August 24th, 1992, and I survived that storm. And I spoke about that storm on my channel before, and how like that storm was so underestimated, and it was so powerful. It was like a buzzsaw. It was like a buzzsaw that came through, went really fast. It didn't last no more than about 4 hours, the storm, but within those 4 hours, it was the most scariest 4 hours I've pretty much experienced in my life, and that's a lot. And my uncle Ralph lost his eye during that storm. We had no power for months. We had no power, no water. Like, good thing we had filled up the bathtub with water, because that's what we flushed the toilet with. We had to really like go and get food from the Red Cross, because the Red Cross was over at the school, and I lived a block away from the school, and they were giving out food. Um, it's just gonna be it's gonna be hype. It's gonna be it just bringing back memories, and like I said, I experienced Category 1's hurricane. Katrina, for one, it was a Category 1 when it hit us in South Florida, and that storm dropped so much rain and caused a lot of issues, especially at the hospital. Oh, I will never forget that storm. Mm-mm. And that was a Category 1 hurricane, and this one here, it might be a Category 1 by the time it gets to San Diego, and the amount of rain that is going to drop, because it's if you see the storm, and I'm going to show the radar, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. It's bringing a lot of moisture from the subtropics. So we'll do our best, and pass the message to Vicky and send her a lot of energy, positive energy her way, and make sure she's safe. And hopefully she doesn't lose power and everything goes well for her. Let me roll up my joint first before I let you in, because I'll be sitting in the background. Give me a moment, and let me roll up my joint. Let me roll up my joint, and then I'll bring you in. Maggie, if you could come in, I truly appreciate it. Let me see. She's listening. Hopefully, okay. Let me go back to the messages, because it was a lot. Yeah, my Wi-Fi, but I'm hoping now that you can hear me fine. Everything seems like it's okay on this side. Yeah, we got to send her a lot of positive energy. What we're gonna do tomorrow, we're gonna do something special tomorrow to help this hurricane calm down, and we're gonna bring down the energy from the hurricane, and we're gonna do that together tomorrow. We're gonna focus on the storm, and we're gonna drop its intensity, because right now, this storm went from a tropical storm to a Category 4 within less than 48 hours. Less than 48 hours, and went from a normal tropical storm, and it went up pretty much like 4 to 5 categories high to a high end Category 4. And this thing is still strengthening, and they are projecting it to be a Category 5. Now, if it becomes a category 5, the chances for it to hit Southern California as a hurricane is higher because it's not going to hit as a category 5. That's insane. That would I don't think that would ever happen. And for them to get hit by a category 1, that's more possible. And everything that I said before is, that's what it is. But we'll send her a lot of love and energy and positive energy her way tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow, probably a little bit earlier than today. Let me go ahead and scale out my medicine. I got enough medicine for probably today because I'm only gonna do probably a one joint one joint show because Paula's gonna do a show. I don't know how long she's doing a show for or what's the agenda on the show. I didn't really figure out if she's gonna have a panel on her show. Because I know she doesn't like to get distracted because the panel show is good, because like for me, it's very helpful for the show. But for some, they're trying to like touch on a topic and stay with that topic and stay focused. And having others with you can distract you and sometimes ruin what she's trying to do. And like with her channel, it's like try to stay on topic. I'm giving the rules to her channel. Stay on topic and and follow through with her and listen to her, and she has a lot to say. Her energy is very she's a strong one, and she gets her point across. One way or another, she's gonna get her point across because nobody's gonna like inhibit her from speaking because she's gonna speak until the day she dies. That's how strong her energy is. Just roll me up a medicine because I need my medicine. I haven't smoked today. I'm gonna roll it really good so it lasts me a good amount of time. Okay. Get that out the way. Gotta put the tips. Just a tip. I used to say that all the time when I was coming up, like 5 years ago when I was doing my shows, because I always roll my medicine. So I used to come up with a song for the tip. Just a tip. Let's go ahead and roll this up. And let's get raw. I use raw organic hemp paper. It's a lot smoother. It's not as harsh as the regular raw paper. I always use the organic hemp paper, and it smokes really good. I love using this paper. Sorry about the silence. Gotta put the paper in here and roll it up with this machine. There we go. So I'm going to put it together. All right, another perfect joint. Okay, let's push that in. Let's go ahead and pack it in a little bit. And that's it. That's all she wrote. Actually, I got to turn on my fan because it's getting a little warm in here because I have the candles on. And I always turn on the fan to circulate the air. So let me do that. So we get some air circulating in here. All right. Oof. Let's turn on this candle here. And we're gonna go real quick while we're on the topic with the hurricane. Let's go ahead and show you guys an updated picture of what's coming to San Diego. Here we go. Now, this is Hurricane Hilary. And for a little bit, it looks like it's not moving as much as it was earlier. I really would like to find out. Let's find out. It's not moving that much. It's 948 millibars. They don't know the max winds on here. Right now, this is the updated here. This is as of 12 p.m. On their side over there. So this is the latest update. It's moving. Yeah, I was kind of right. It's 145 mile per hour wind sustained, maximum sustained winds, movement northwest at 10 miles per hour. And they already starting to put tropical storm watch for Southern California, which it will be probably upgraded to hurricane. I believe is going to be hurricane watches and possibly hurricane warnings that's going to be coming through. As you can see, this orange circle. Well, that's going to be the wind field, and that's where the tropical storm winds are located. And look how big it is. Like, I could zoom in. Let me see if I could zoom in here. I can't zoom in that much. Hold on, I could do it. Let's zoom in. And as you can see here, that's why I like my computer. That's why I need to continue with this computer. Give me one sec here. Let me share this tab instead. So here's what I'm talking about. This is the circumference of the storm. This is tropical storm winds, and it's pretty big wind field, a really big wind field. And this little X right here with this little circle that's within it, that's where the hurricane force winds. That's where you're going to get the winds that it's 145 mile per hour winds. So this is a really big storm. And not only that the feeder bands with all the rain that's in it, there's a lot of tornadic energy within the storm. So you're going to get a lot of the energy from the storm and also from the tornadoes that forms within the storm. And that's the most scary part, because that's what I remember with Hurricane Andrew. I wasn't really worried about the hurricane. It was the tornadoes that were coming with the hurricane. And you would hear your ears pop. You will feel the pressure of the like tornadoes coming. It sounds like a freight train coming. That's how strong and the winds were. Let's go ahead and shrink this. And that's where the storm is heading, right to Vicky. It's going right to her. So it's just not going to be good news. It's just not. It's the rain is it's going to be a lot of rain. So let's come back here. Share this tab here. Let's show you what the storm looks like. Let's get a better view of this storm. Let's go ahead down here, and it's come down to the Pacific. Let me see if I could get just on the Pacific. It's not giving me. Hold on. Let's just go Pacific, Eastern Pacific. Let's take a look at the storm in motion. It's moving, but it's not moving that fast. I mean, 10 miles per hour, it is moving, but it's just not as fast. and that's going to be a problem if it's slowing down and it gets to San Diego as a minimum, hurricane. But if it's moving slow, that means it's going to be more rain for a longer period of time. And all these feeder bands, as you see here, this is all heavy rain within the storm. So let's go ahead and zoom in real quick on the storm. Look at that beast. That's a beast. That's scary. That's a scary storm. That island that's right next to that hurricane, because you can see it on the map. It's like a little dot right here. That's an island. And they're getting like hit hard. And they're about to get a big feeder band here with heavy rains and probably high winds. So I don't know what island is that. I gotta figure out what island name is that. But they're getting their ass whooped right now. And so far, this hurricane is gonna do one of these and come up the coast and hug the coast. You gotta understand, this side over here, the waters are pretty cool. And I've been hearing like, yeah, it's gonna come down, right? And it is. But you gotta truly understand that the Gulf here of this is, I think this is called the Gulf of California. It's like this little area here, this is all like, it's kind of like it's hot water. This area right here, let me bring up a different map. Let's go with this one. So I think this is the Gulf of California, which is right from here all the way down. Well, this water in here is really hot. And I'm having a feeling that even though the storm is going to be going through cooler waters, especially this side over here is really cool, hugging the coast will keep it more like sustainable for it to continue, well, to hold its strength. I'm just fearing that the Gulf of California is going to help with the moisture development because it's hot water, so it may continue fueling the system. So it's not going to lose its intensity as fast and rapid. It's going to go through a little phase, but it's going to get and hold its strength as close as it gets. It might stay as a category 1 hurricane making it to California. For sure. Look at the outreach of the bands. Like, it's going across Mexico. Look how far out. And all wrapping around the system. This system is definitely comes out this way. Arizona's gonna get it. They're gonna have flash floods like crazy. California, I see a lot of mudslides. I see a lot of flooding. I see there's gonna be people dying from this, and it's because of the floods. And all this rain is gonna go up to Nevada and Utah. So hopefully they're ready for that. This side over here, this is a system they've been trying to say it might move into the Gulf of Mexico and then might develop into something heading towards Texas. I mean, it could do something, but it's since this hurricane is so strong in pushing this winds across the Gulf, that's going to shear any storms that develops in the Gulf of Mexico. So it's not going to really be, it's not going to be good for development. So let me back out of here. Let me take a look at the Atlantic real quick since I'm on here. Let's take a look at. Let me see if there's possibility if I could do both. Yeah, here's the EPAC. I want to do the Atlantic, so let's take a quick look at the Atlantic. A lot of dry air. Just a lot of dry air here. This is one system that they're monitoring because it does have a rotation, but it's not organized. This is another system they're looking at right here. And they're also looking at this system here. they're anticipating this showers to accumulate together and develop into something and head towards Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic. So all eyes on this little area. It doesn't take long for a system to develop and become a formidable storm. So hopefully it's not too crazy that it causes mad flooding. Puerto Rico is known for flooding and having uh, pretty much a lot of mudslides and landslides. So we'll I'll keep an eye on this here, but it's just this time of the season where these storms are going to start taking off. Remember back in '92, the hurricane season didn't start like producing storms until Hurricane Andrew. That was the first tropical system that came off of Africa and traveled the whole ocean, and it came up to north of Puerto Rico, and then it was around this area here, right off the Bahamas, where it just got together, and then it's just strengthened so fast and became a Category 5 hurricane and went like a buzzsaw right through Florida. That was just super crazy. This was the rain that I got last night. You see this front right here? Well, this is what hit us last night, and it was crazy here. I so much lightning. Oh, okay. So let's switch topics. Get off of the tropics. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. And let's go ahead and bring in Albie. Yo, Albie, what's up?
I'm okay, bud.
All right, all right. That island is gone after hurricane. Nah, it won't be gone. It's just a lot of those islands are really prepared for these storms. So it's like it's also a perfect area to be hit. Yeah, they tend to get hit. But California, it's pretty rare for a hurricane to hit California. And the reason why is that the waters are really cold off of California. We're talking about 60s, 70s water temperatures, and it's not conducive for to sustain a hurricane. Like this system, you're gonna notice. Watch when it goes past Baja, it's gonna start interacting with the cooler waters, and it's gonna start deteriorating and so forth. I'm just in fear of the Gulf, the Gulf of is it it's the Gulf of California, is what they call it. That Gulf area is super hot water. So I'm thinking cold, hot, the hot could still fuel in the system and maintain it until it gets up to California. And then once it gets to California with the mountain terrain, it's going to really deteriorate the storm and bring down the winds. But you're still going to get heavy rain. And we're talking about heavy rain in desert areas. They're not accustomed to getting that amount of heavy rain in a short amount of time. This is going to be very dangerous. It's going to be a headliner starting Monday. Timir, hey, you got a
Yo.
haircut. What's up,
Oh
man?
yeah.
All right, that's
Yeah.
what's up.
Special forces haircut, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna bring you something special too, Maggie.
Hey,
Oh,
where's
that is
that
special,
from?
truly.
Where's it gone?
Oh,
Hi, Jamila.
mm.
How are you?
Hi, Maggie.
Yeah,
How
I
you
felt that
doing?
one. Thank
I've
you.
got you going
Made
on
my
for
day.
a minute. I'll just
Made
take my phone off because I was listening while I was setting up. How's
Yeah,
everybody doing? Okay.
yeah.
after your kiss, it made my day.
Oh, bless you.
I'm doing good. I had a heck of a workout at the gym and with a new pre-workout shake, and so I'm my
Well, now,
muscles are shocked, but I'm
yeah.
good. So
Yeah, that's good. But make sure this is a tip because I used to work out a lot when I was young.
mhm.
Make sure to stretch,
Oh yeah,
especially after your workout, before and after. Like
yeah, yeah,
stretch, and you're gonna notice a difference when you stretch, especially when
yeah.
you sleep, and
Don't
it's
worry, I
gonna be
used
very helpful.
Don't worry,
So
I used to play ice hockey and soccer when I was younger, so
yeah,
I'm used to do stretching, so no
I used
worries,
to play
mate.
ice hockey. That's cool.
Oh yeah, I'm still
I used
actually
to,
playing during winter time. I still play ice hockey as a hobby.
yeah,
So
I used to play football. I played golf. I was the captain of my golf team and bowling.
mhm,
I was captain of my bowling team also.
mhm,
So I was very active. I always kept myself busy. I was really good at golf and really good at bowling. Football, I was
mhm.
good, but it's football is a team sport.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and I like to shine.
Mhm,
So when
Yeah.
I played golf, it was like all eyes on me. And
mhm,
bowling too. It was just something about it that just I fed off the crowd, and it was so cool. It
mhm,
was really
mhm,
good times. I miss it. I do.
mhm,
Yeah,
mhm.
I bet.
How are you,
Spring and
Maggie?
I'm not
And
doing
Albie?
too bad. I've been at 2 different hospitals, 2 days running. It's been really good fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just for X-ray yesterday on my hip, old
Mm,
age and all that, to rule out any it's more than likely arthritis or something. And
mm.
I've had, lumps in my arm that they thought were lipomas. Benign, mind, because there is benign as well as the other sort, but they're not. They're not lymphomas they typed up in my
Lymph
nose.
nodes.
Yeah, it's, lipomas, and I've
Okay.
got an MRI scan on them again because one
You
of them grown.
I went to the dermatologist also, and I removed some of the lymph nodes also, and they're testing it for cancer.
Yeah,
And one of them was a pretty big one, and they removed it, and they're sending out to testing. So far, I haven't got the results yet. I should be getting it on Monday. I think I'm gonna be okay because I feel okay. So,
yeah, I
and
think you will be as well. Hope
yeah, I'm not. I have a lot of cancer in the family, skin cancer, and also diabetes and so forth. I ended up getting diabetes, and I inherited it. Um, and if I have cancer, I'm gonna fight that bitch no matter what. So
yeah.
I'm not. I'm one that don't submit easily,
Oh, no,
and
I always
I
said
will.
that one will never take me. It's taken many in my family, but that one won't
Mhm.
take me. No.
Yeah, it's a fight, but I feel good. I feel strong. Today I was just super tired.
Yeah,
I,
Mhm,
I I woke up a couple of times. I saw Timur. He
mhm.
sent me pictures and he sent me some messages, and then I check it right, but I didn't have enough strength to even like right
answer
back
it.
because like
Yeah,
I was so tired. I just fell back to sleep, and then I
Yeah.
did it like two, 3 times, and then the last I woke up finally, and then I wrote back to him. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight, and you're wearing a medium now, and he's
Yeah.
looking
I
really
went from
good.
yeah,
I uh May last year I was XL size, extra large.
yeah.
Now
No,
I'm medium.
yeah, you can
What
Well
comes
see
to
done.
the sweatshirts?
Yeah, well done. That's good.
yeah,
It's really
really
good.
good. You
And
could
now
tell
when
with
I
your
got
skin too, your face. You could
uh-huh.
tell like
Yeah,
slimmer.
Oh yeah.
Not like me. I'm a little chunky
it's where you
monkey
have
here.
to start with the self, and from
Hmm.
that, then it's a rolling stone onwards.
Hmm.
Hi, Albie.
Yeah. Hey
Hey,
Albie.
Albie.
Onwards and upwards.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's having issues. He might have to restart his stuff. I don't know what he'd be doing on his
Oh,
side, but he'd be having issues, and it just drops him off. So we'll try to deal
I
with
tried
him.
to avoid touching
Yeah.
anything because I've just
We tr
lost you on the screen already
yeah.
once. And that's why
We
I
tr
don't
we
like much.
we try to bear with you, Albie.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
So,
train.
but yeah, yeah. I mean, I never had. I know we are talking about storms probably and stuff, but I just wanted to mention that I never tried pre-workout shake, like stimulating pre-workout shake before until today, and I must say that it makes a difference how intense you can work out half
Let me
an
see if I
hour
can.
after you have taken
Yeah.
a pre-workout shake. So it's I would say it's not all bogus, that it can really help you to push. And like I wasn't doing like 8 reps to failure at least yet, but I was getting very close, and I got some extra strength and energy from the pre-workout shake. So I
Right
try to
on.
take care of also the other thing which I try to take care of if I want to grow and lose
Yeah.
body fat and so forth is the meal after I work out.
Yeah.
Like it has to be within at most 40 minutes within uh, after you finish your workout. So I try to keep uh, that pace going. So
I'm gonna show you.
getting
I'm gonna see if I can
getting myself ready for my wife.
show you a
Yeah.
picture.
I'm sure.
This is I'm gonna show you guys a picture. I'm gonna see if I could bring it up here.
I wonder if my grandson does that pre-shake thing. He does the gym every day. He has a day off a week.
Hmm.
He started. He really, really enjoys it. He really does,
Yeah.
and he's into boxing as well at the minute.
Hmm. Hmm. I
Let me
mean,
see.
I have as you can guess, I have sore muscles, but I enjoy every moment of it.
Yeah,
And
he comes back elated every time he rides there, rides back, and it's fair. Well, mind you, he's only 16. You know, he's only a kid, but
Mhm,
he thoroughly enjoys the
mhm,
focus of it all. He just enjoys
mhm.
every minute of it. He's
Yeah.
never missed a beat since he started,
Wow.
and it's brought him out of himself. It's given him a lot of confidence,
Oh yeah.
which is a good
Oh
thing
yeah.
because
For
he's
sure.
not. Yeah,
For
he's not
Yeah.
up in your face or anything. He's just a lovely lad. I'm just
Mhm.
biased. He's my
Mm.
grandson.
Mm,
You have right to be biased.
Yeah, yeah. He's my first one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And actually seeing a baby being born, because I actually watched him being born, is the most
Mhm,
magical thing. I've always been at the other end.
mhm.
mm.
Yeah.
Can't explain it. It's just, yeah, not what you expect. It gives you another
Mhm,
perspective on what you put your body through.
mhm,
Yeah. Yeah, we put our.
mhm.
I'm gonna show you guys a picture of me
Yeah.
when I was working out, and this is like around when I was in the military. Um, totally different from what you see now.
But
Totally different. Like,
Mhm.
just as lovely. Hey, you've been through a lot, Rick. Don't put yourself down.
yeah, I've been through a lot. I'm proud of myself, you know, because
Oh, I am. You just have to smile and the world smiles with you. It's just one of them things. It really is. It lights up a room. Your face lights up a room.
yeah, I love smiling too. I smile
And
even,
your
you
energy.
know.
Oh, it's infectious. It really is.
Mhm.
Yeah, I got the picture here, so I get to show you guys what what I look like. I was at this age, I was 18,
Young and
19, 18,
young and
18.
handsome. Now we are only handsome.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be like, that's not, well, you can tell it's me. Like, let me share the screen. Um,
Mhm.
Here it is. Such a different person. I will.
Oh, wow.
That
Wow.
was
I
that
wouldn't
was
recognize you from that, Rick. Seriously.
You could have
Well,
you could have been a bodybuilder.
yeah, I worked out a lot. I was very
Yeah,
into the workouts, and so you can see my arms, my shoulders,
yeah,
Your
my
yeah.
eyes
chest.
You have a
that hasn't changed
you
at
have
all. Your facial
you have a
features.
nice peak in your bicep.
Yeah.
Yes. So I really was focused on working out and drinking protein shakes, and like I was always in the gym and was super into like working out, and it does shows, and
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah.
will probably will never get back to there. I'm just telling you right now, it's not going to happen. But at least I lived it in a moment of my
Oh
life,
yeah. What a handsome
and
fella you was. And I'm
oh
not
yeah,
saying you're not now, you still are. Like I said, you've got a radiance about you, Rick.
yeah, you can see my eyes,
It's
like,
totally different energy coming from that picture to you now.
mm-hmm,
Totally different.
yeah.
You were kind of arrogant back then.
I was really focused on myself and really was pushing myself
Yeah.
to to achieve what I want.
I
But it's like,
understand why. I understand why you've got that attitude there. I'm
mhm.
not gonna say it out loud though, that's a personal private, but you know without me saying anything, don't you?
Yeah, it's
So I
and
don't
I
have to
was
say anymore.
and I was serious at
Oh,
those
yeah.
times. I was serious. I had that serious look, but it was so like holy moly! Like I even had people come after me, like the porn industry
Oh, I
was
believe
coming
it.
after me to recruit me, and I was
Yeah,
like, no, I don't want to ruin or tarnish my future. I don't
yeah,
want to get into that stuff. Oh, we'll pay you a lot of money, because remember I was living in South Florida, so when I
yeah,
get to the beach, like there was people that like they're like, ooh, you'll be a good one to put in movies and so forth, and we'll pay you a lot of money. I was like, no, get away.
Rick the porn star.
They even was attacking me when I moved to California. Like I went to a club and a producer which just kept harassing me. He just kept sending me drinks. I'm like, I don't accept drinks from strangers. First of all,
yeah,
if I'm gonna get a drink, I'm gonna get it from the bartender.
yeah.
So yeah, it was just really wild times, and yeah, and I really
It's a
focused
cool
really
picture,
a
that
lot.
is. That is a really cool picture.
What I did a lot too was a
Yeah,
lot of
I'm sorry.
push-ups.
You know I'm a joker, but I can't tell if
Yeah,
that's the bottom of the plane or you got a really hairy armpit.
yeah. Like
I'm
I was clean shaven. I was like, well, the only hair I had was like, but I was
Can you see what I can see? I'm as blind as a bat, Rick. You know that I'm going up here, but it is the bottom of the plane.
yeah, yeah. I was something else back then, and it was that I think my mama, because she was the one that fed me, and she made sure I ate and was had a lot of protein, and
Mm,
I got a lot of my genetics from her.
yeah,
Yeah.
She wrote it down, but
Well,
my
you're
focus.
still
My,
something else, Rick. You still
mhm.
are. You're still that
Yeah.
person. It's,
Well,
you've
yeah,
just grown.
just older and more wiser too.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take that off.
I'm not wiser. I'm just crazier.
Yeah.
Crazier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
So
no.
Well, I
It
was
was
listening into I have been
that's
listening in on recapping on you, Rick, because
Mhm.
I fell asleep as soon as the panel come on Paula's thing. I got my
Mhm.
earphones in and I woke up and it was finished.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I did manage. I got the whole interview with her and Seven Serpents. I was
Oh, that was a
really.
good show.
It was just after that. I'm not sure
could
if
I?
you were problems getting in or something. I was there.
Mhm.
I was like I wanted to hear them too,
Yeah,
because I could have jumped in, but I something was telling me sit back and listen.
Yeah,
don't need to
that's
be
what
in
I
there.
did.
Yeah, and let's
I
call the
did.
plan.
Mm.
I just sit back and listen and let them interact, and
Yeah,
they shared so much in such a little time that they should have a series, like a little series, like how I have a series with Dr. Illusions.
yeah,
Uh, it's Twilight. We called it Twilight of Eclipse.
Mhm.
It's just me and Doc, and I think we did like 6 or 7 shows. I think it was 6 shows on it, and it was really good.
yeah.
And once I get with Doc again, which is going to be soon, we'll see what we will do. I'm so excited for that. I'm about to book everything because I already booked a few trips, and now I got to book that trip
Yeah,
and figure out the hotels and all that stuff. And um,
it'll be amazing. It will.
it's gonna
Yeah.
be amazing. I'm so looking forward to it. I've never been to that area, anyways, of where in Pennsylvania, and I'm just really excited.
Well, I've just had to get my husband to have a look to find out where you are in Connecticut. Not
Oh,
actually
yeah.
where Connecticut is, because
It's
I'm
north. It's it's
belong.
it's right. It's north of. We're right next to New York. Right
Yeah,
next to New York, Rhode Island, and Massachusetts is north of us.
yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
So it's this little state.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's bigger than our country.
Yeah, it's
Could
a
I could I
like
ask
if
a
I was
favor,
gonna.
Rick?
Yeah, go ahead, Termir.
No, I was just thinking that since if you can send a picture, could you send the photo of my lady to Maggie, please, as a private photo? The last one I
Um,
shared you, the where she's sitting on the sofa and
let
holding a red
me.
glass in the Discord.
Yeah, I'll get it Discord up
If
on my phone.
Oh, of the lovely lady.
yeah, my Russian
She
Russian lady.
she, she is beautiful.
She's she
She is
really
so
is.
beautiful, and she has so much strength.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like, oh man.
and she says that she's. I think she says that she's agnostic, but she says all the times that she feels my energy through the
Hmm.
letters. So I think that she has powers too, but she's not just aware of them.
Yeah, she's not in tune,
So, but if
but
you
I
if,
think
if
she
you
is. She has something about her.
oh yeah,
Let me see if I could send it.
she actually wrote me a love poem this week.
Right
Oh,
on.
Yeah, she wrote me a poem. I can share it to you, Rick, later. Just
Okay.
remind me. It's
Let
really
me see if
nice
I
what she wrote.
can.
oh
So
yeah. Sorry, Rick, that I didn't reply to you, invited me to your 400 episode.
Oh
I have
no.
no idea how to work this damn thing. I've just found Turamir in Doc's maze
Mm,
of chats. I don't know how to work. I only did it so I could get in contact with you and Doc again.
yeah, I sent you the picture of her to your
Oh,
Discord.
uh-huh. Uh-huh.
She is
yeah.
beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can
she's
see why
like.
you focused.
Hmm. Now I see why he's so like in love with this
Yeah,
individual. Like,
Mm.
oh, gives me
I'd like
goosebumps.
to see her eyes.
Huh?
Mm.
I'd like to see her eyes. You can't see her eyes properly to
Yeah,
determine.
because she's looking towards the
Yeah,
right. She's kind of like looking like
Uh,
like that.
uh,
hold on.
off to.
Let me see if I can. Hold on. Hold on a second.
No worries. I'm not going to put it up or anything.
Yeah,
No,
because
you
that's
can buy.
private.
You
But
Yeah.
can't decipher. I mean, when I'm speaking to people, I tend to look at the mouths because my mum was deaf and she taught us how to lip read. So I tend to look at people's mouths all the time. And I avoid looking at people's eyes because
Mhm.
you end up with an instant connection that sometimes you might not want. Are you feeling me, Rick? I know you are.
Mhm.
Because
Mhm.
there's never a truer saying where they say the eyes is the windows to the soul. It really is.
Yeah, it is. Paula's resting her voice for
Bless her.
her live tonight later.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I
good. That's smart.
for you, darling. I
Damn,
don't
Rick
think I'll
was
be up
I
that
think I
late
can.
tonight
I
because
like
of
this one. Damn, Rick was hot too, just
yeah,
like I was. Let me tell
yeah,
you, Paula,
me
I saw
too.
the Paula, I saw the wrestler picture you put up. I saw you did a short on it.
Yes.
Paula
Wow.
hair. I love Paula's hair.
Yeah,
It was so like full
yeah,
and shiny and
yeah, everything.
blonde and oh my god, it was just like her smile gives me
Yeah,
goosebumps. I've got goosebumps on both of my arms. Like it's so strong.
yeah.
Oh,
I thought what a fantastic picture as well.
I
I sent
really
you I sent you 2 photos, Rick.
to
So
send to Maggie.
you can share to Maggie, please.
Okay,
So
come back up here.
so
Oh
you,
wow,
yeah,
the first one. Wow.
yeah.
Oh wow. The
And
second one,
she's
she looks like like a kind of like masochist feeling. Like
mhm.
she could be so dominant and so strong.
Oh yeah, I'm
Oh,
saying yeah,
I'm gonna send this to you,
She,
Maggie. The first one I'm
she's
gonna show you is the dominant one. Like she
uh
looks so.
she's
Woo.
powerful individual.
And then I'll send the second one also to her.
yeah.
This one you can really see her eyes.
She's very, very beautiful.
She
Hmm.
is.
Hmm.
Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
and
She is.
she's very business oriented too.
Yeah,
So when we finally get together, we are going to grow a business, which she has kind of small business running, not officially, but she could. Uh, I need to give her a little kick on the butt that she will form.
Yeah,
She will form
motivation.
she will
yeah,
form a company, and then through things run things through a company, which makes her life easier in the
yeah,
end, and then grow
Yeah.
it little by little. But she's very business oriented and very very smart with money, way smarter than I ever will be.
yeah.
So so
I can feel that. Yeah,
she she
she was.
has
She
practically
was.
she has everything I would ever need in a woman. Sorry,
Yeah.
ladies out there,
No, no, no. Yeah, go for it,
but
Durhamir.
you
She
know,
will never suffer fools gladly. I
mm,
get straight from her straight away. Oh yeah, she's very, very smart.
oh yeah, oh yeah.
Smart
So
and sexy. Mm.
Yeah,
yep,
very.
dangerous combination, yeah, someone would say.
Hmm.
Sometimes it depends who the partner is to make the
Hmm.
balance.
Yeah.
That's why
Yeah,
you make a partnership is to make a balance.
She could be
yeah,
aggressive.
Yes.
yeah, and yeah, and we have talked about business things uh and so forth. So she would want to have my brains and her experience together. So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens. But
How long have you
uh,
known her?
we have known each other for I think for 6 or 8 months at least. But she has had some, at least she says that she has had some health challenges, not nothing serious, but like prolonged health issues,
Yeah.
which have hold her back so far. But you know, I'm still trying to be patient with her and she knows that. Well, she knows a lot of things about me by now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
she knows what she's getting if she wants, when she wants.
That's what she's getting herself into.
Mm.
That works both
Anyhow.
ways, as I
Mhm.
see it. Because sometimes
Yeah.
women can be worse than men. I'm sorry, but hands up, but we can.
I know. I know.
So
I know. But yes. So
I'm
anyhow.
going to have to say it out loud. Just be careful. I don't know why
Mhm.
I'm saying that. Just be
Okay.
careful. I don't know why I'm
Yeah.
saying. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's because
know.
it's the heart. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Mhm. Okay.
And it's not based on her. It's someone.
It's
I think I
not,
told you
it's the,
this.
it's the yeah, I don't know what it is. It's a feeling. I don't know what it is. She's absolutely stunning. She's got everything going for her. And I don't
Yeah.
know why I'm saying it, but I'm just saying it for you to
Yeah.
Ramir, because I know your energy.
might-
All I can see is a picture.
I might have an idea, but
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to say it. If I get something like that, I've got to say
Oh,
it.
yeah, yeah.
I can't
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not take that off.
We'll see what will happen in the future, but
Yeah. I mean,
I have high hopes because
yeah, well, good for you. Yeah, good for you. But you know,
yeah, because she seems to have the ability to, well, let's say 90% of the time we are communicating through the internet so far. She seems to bring the best out of me. So in that sense, she's giving me a lot of hope, positive
yeah,
hope.
I get that. I
So,
get that. Yeah,
yeah.
I think my reservations is because I've become really close with a couple of people. I don't mean one was a male and one was female. No, and I don't
Mhm.
mean in a relationship. I mean in a friendship. And I've been burnt
Mhm.
twice.
Mhm. Yeah,
So that's where you have to be. You
I know.
open your heart, you give your heart, and then it gets
Yeah,
stumped.
I know.
Yeah.
I have experience about Russian ladies, so
Oh, yeah. I haven't.
so.
But yeah.
But thanks.
No, it's you know, it's
Mhm.
I can't explain why these
Yeah,
things pop
yeah,
in,
yeah,
but they do. Well, same for Rick.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, he had no idea that me and Helen used
Mhm.
to say we were doing the Thelma and Louise thing. Yet it popped straight into his head and told me about it.
Mhm.
It just does. You just don't know, but you've got to say it, otherwise it can beat you up inside for not saying it.
Mhm.
That's what I do. I relay the messages. What comes to me, I relay it back out.
I can
Yeah.
remember when I was training at the spiritualist church, you know, to try and work out what I wasn't, or whatever. And one
Mhm.
of the people who was training us, he said he was given a message one time. He could see a wheelbarrow full of onions, and he's thinking to
Ooh.
himself, well, what the fecking hell's that? I can't just come out with that. So, but he did. He says, I don't know what this is, but all I can see is a wheelbarrow full of onions. And the lady turned around and she says, thank you. That was my husband. And he loved pickling the onions round about this time of year, every year.
Mm.
He had no clue. He didn't think it was related to absolutely nothing at all, but it was. So I learned that you just, whatever comes,
Mhm.
what's going to come through is going to come through regardless.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Mhm. Mhm.
Even if it don't mean nothing to
Anyhow, anyhow, so sorry, Rick, if I was interrupting you. My apology.
No,
So
no.
No, go ahead, Termir. If you got something to say, just say.
you know, I was wondering if Paula and Doc are coming.
Paula,
today.
no, because
No.
she's saving her voice for her live.
Right.
later.
Yeah.
He's on,
right,
yeah,
right,
he's on later,
true,
which I can
true.
understand.
Doc, I don't know what Doc is at. Let me send him a message.
Is he all right?
He's been having
I believe
trouble
he's
with
okay.
his
Yeah.
teeth.
Yeah.
He sent
I'm
me a
waiting on
message
that
in
one.
Discord, but I have been occupied
Yeah,
for
I
a
don't know
while,
how
so
to
I
use
didn't
the thing
reply.
because there's so many things going off in Doc's thing. What he invited me into, I don't understand it all. But I know who you are now. I've seen you in there.
Hmm.
I'm Mag the Bag on there.
Okay. Hold on.
I've only got Rick and Doc.
Oh, so you're not in Doc's server?
Yeah, I'm in Doc's server somewhere. Or I can see his stuff. Whether I've put anything in there, I don't know. I don't think I have. I don't know. See, I haven't got anything on my laptop. I've had it nearly a year and still haven't transferred anything like that onto it. I want a little spot where I can just leave my laptop and sit there, and there isn't going to be a dog pantsing over me, knocking everything over and stuff.
nice.
That's why I come
nice.
up here.
Oh, nice. I think I found you in Discord. So
Yeah.
I sent you a friend request.
Let's have a look.
Same username as here. And I have Odin there.
Oh, I've got you. Yes, I've got you.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Thanks. Oh yeah.
I was gonna get mad. She's like, "Fuck! I can't get into Discord." She's. I don't know why it's not letting her get into Discord.
Who's that?
Like, Paula.
Oh, bless her.
She's been having issues with it, and it's like,
yeah, it's strange that she can't get on Telegram or Discord. I have challenges to get in Discord too, but I finally made it.
I just don't know how to use it. I will get to. I didn't know how to use Twitter either.
Yeah, same here. I'm still learning.
Yeah, I'm on there, but I don't use it. I used to use it to put the adverts for the show I used to do, but I don't do it anymore, so I don't bother with it. It's
I have Discord and Telegram and Google Chat, and that's it. But Google Chat is just to connect with Paula. So
I have the other one for Paula, and for those that I do videos, so I could get in communications with her. It's just Discord is just, it's okay, you know. It's
in the name, and that's probably why I don't go with there. It's in the name Discord. Everybody I know that's got group things on there, loads of people have ended up in scuffles and backbiting and everything. That's why I've got 3 of you now.
Yeah, I just communicate with those who are close to me on Discord.
Yeah.
I just don't bring in just anyone.
Oh, I know that. Yeah. You can't afford to for your own well-being.
For my sanity.
Yeah. Yeah, but I've always liked, well, it's like I manifested this because I'd been offline for ages. I'd seen Doc and you going live, and I kept thinking to myself, I wish we still had like an old hangout, like when we all used to just hang out and everybody just had the stories and everybody, you know, everybody seemed to get on. And then lo and behold, Rick invites me on and I start doing this again. And I'm, you know, when I can, it's really, although I'm as high as a kite when I come off, because at the end, you know, when you've been reading and stuff.
And you know, it could keep you up all night too, because once you get into it, it's like it overtakes your
Yeah,
tiredness, and you look at the clock and you're like, oh boy, I gotta get to bed.
yeah.
Because we used to do late night shows, and I was surprised you
We used
came
to
on sometimes.
hours. Mind you, I was on with you for hours the other week, wasn't I? Was that last week? The other day? It seems like an age ago. This week's gone slow but fast at the same time, if that seems stupid.
No, I feel the same way too.
Yeah,
I feel this week when it wasn't fast and it wasn't slow. It was like it progressed it pretty quick,
yeah.
and like we're here on Friday already, going to Saturday,
I know.
and the weekend's here, and
Another
like
week or so, we'll be in September. We'll be
yeah, and
talking Christmas.
we're halfway there. We're
I
more
know.
than halfway. I'm like a few more weeks and I'll be on the road. And
I bet you can't wait. I
and
know.
I know, I can't wait, and I hope that Doc gets better soon,
He will.
because I'm gonna have to go over there and be like, get up, over your tooth. You know, it's
Is
I
he
know when
having
you have
boulders?
he has a tooth like ache and stuff, tooth
Oh,
issues.
okay.
It gives him headaches and so
Nasty.
forth. And
Yeah,
Ah,
it is. Yeah.
I
They're
had that
like,
before. I know what
like
he's going
gold
through.
dust in this country
mm,
trying to get a dentist.
mm.
Hmm.
Unless you go private. There is no NHS anymore. It's gone.
Hmm.
It really
Yeah,
has.
I wonder how the insurance is out there in UK and in
The,
Finland.
we don't. We pay a premium out of our wages. It's called national insurance, and that's
Mm,
supposed to pay for your healthcare, but it
okay.
don't.
Oh, but I don't.
Not now. Not since we've been in a spin cycle since 2020.
Wow.
It's all gone to pot because everything's shut down. I mean, there's people out there that are not getting cancer treatment and everything in this country. They've been
Oh,
waiting months. But that appointment I had today, I've been waiting a year for since last
wow.
year. So
Wow.
yeah,
Wow. Such neglect.
it
Oh.
really, really is. I mean, my friend who passed away in Christmas, she'd broke a leg. I'd say about 9, broke a foot. I'm sorry, about 9, 10 weeks before she passed, and I went to the hospital with her, and they left her on a stretcher all night in A&E. Plus her 90. I mean, she was 81. Plus a 90-year-old next door to her on stretchers. You know the gurneys, I think you call them over there. That's what they were left on all night to sleep on in A&E.
What?
Yeah, all night. So when she got taken
Oh.
in the last time, the week before she died, I stayed with her and I wouldn't leave her until they got her a bed. I said, I ain't moving until you've got her a bed. And they did. Because of what they'd done so many weeks before. This was a woman who served for the nurse, who worked for the NHS for 30 years of her life. She was a true Romany gypsy. She lived with her grandmother and never went to school, never wore shoes until she was 10, and her grandmother died because her mother had married someone out the clan.
Mm-hmm.
So she was like shoved out, and in the old Romany tradition, the girls are the trinkers. They're the gem of the family. And her grandma was blind, so she took her on till she was 10, till she died. Pat went to school, did all her schooling. Couldn't read or write when she went to school at 10, but she became a nurse and mainly worked for psychiatric nursing. She was a psychiatric nurse for nearly 30 years. And then at the end of her life, she gets treated like that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. And that job is hard. That's not an easy job.
Oh no,
Psychiatric.
no.
Oh,
Yeah, she could tell a psychopath a mile away. Yeah,
Oh
she
yeah.
really could. We could judge.
Back in the oh, back in the days when I was battling with alcohol and with burnout a decade ago or over a decade ago, I was I was in the psychiatric ward for I think for a week or so. So
mhm.
I I saw their saw the job of the nurses
Mm.
over there, and it's very challenging job.
Yeah, I had to stay
I mean,
one
I was
time. I had to stay one time in the psychiatric ward because of my medication. Because
mhm,
the type of medication I was taking at that time
mhm,
needed to be authorized, and they couldn't really treat me with that medication in the ER. They had to treat me um, at the psychiatric area. But then they said if I was to get in there, I would have to stay a few days in there. And I was like,
mhm,
what the fuck? So I had to go in there. And when I went in there, it was just like, what the fuck did they put me in?
yeah,
It was crazy. There was
yeah,
this one girl. She would walk by my room and she's just looking at me like that. I'm
mhm,
like, what the fuck? And then she'd come back
mhm,
walking the other way and she's just looking at me. I'm like,
mhm,
I
mhm,
just, I didn't even say shit. I was just like, I just needed my
mhm,
medicine. As soon as I got the medicine and so forth, then they released me. And I was
yeah,
happy to be out there. That
yeah.
was too
I was,
much.
yeah, I think I was there about 7 or 8 days. Then they told me that I was too healthy to be there and kicked me out and wished me good luck.
Yeah.
So, but I think a year after that, I completely had enough with alcohol, and I was 10 years completely sober, not even a drop.
Mm.
And so now I have been, well, I have had, since then, I have had two special occasions that I have been enjoying having few drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And one time when I got really drunk was when my grandmother died in May 2020, and that was a conscious choice in that sense that she was the last grandparent which I had alive, and I knew that she had at most week to live because of cancer, and
Mm-hmm.
then I had the birthday of 50th birthday of a female friend. So
Mm-hmm.
I was celebrating and taking a drink to sorrow, so to speak, in advance. But other
Mm-hmm.
than that, I have been without alcohol because I know it changes me too much to direction I don't like. So
Yeah, it does definitely takes you to another state of mind because I one time I was young. I was like in my 20s, 21, 22. I remember going to South Beach with my friends and it was my birthday
mhm,
and they took me to Wet Willie's and
mhm,
it's kind of it's a bar but it's like frozen drinks
mhm,
and I got a drink that's called Call a Cab. Listen to the name of the drink, Call a Cab, because
mhm.
you're not gonna be able to drive after you drink it.
Okay.
And then my friends bought it with an extra shot in the drink. Like they put like a funnel in the
Mhm,
drink with the liquor in it. So then you take it out and you pour it yourself. Oh man, I got that was
mhm,
the first and the last
mhm,
I've ever gotten like that drunk. Wouldn't I was throwing up everywhere. I was throwing up. I wasn't. wasn't having a good time. It just was horrible. And I don't
Mhm.
drink. I don't remember the last time I drank. I mean, the most that I would drink is probably like a wine cooler,
Mhm.
and that's about it.
Yeah,
I don't drink any like heavy spirits or anything like that.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Vodka or whiskey or anything like
yeah,
that.
and the reason why is because like I saw my grandfather and he was alcoholic, and the way he died, he ended up dying of a heart attack, but he overdrank and
Mhm.
it put him into that state. And after that, I was like, I don't feel like drinking. You know, I don't want to end up like him.
Yeah,
You know, he just
yeah,
wasn't a good person, anyways.
yeah,
But that's for another show.
yeah, yeah,
He was the one that called me the devil's child. I was
yeah.
like, okay.
I mean, let's let's say that if me and my lady end up getting married and we will have our first child together, I could imagine that I could have a cigar and a little bit of whiskey or
Mm,
cognac with me, but
I've
not
never
more,
drank,
not
never,
just a small drink to
I
celebrate,
never
but
drank
that's all.
cognac. I think I never had cognac.
Hmm.
I had Ghost Lager. Ghost
Hmm.
Lager. Ugh. It was ugh.
Hmm.
Um I had that Russian rum that the
Hmm.
doctor gave me for Christmas, and
Hmm.
now that one was really good. I'm not
Hmm.
I don't remember the name of it, but holy
Yeah,
moly, he told me it was an expensive bottle. I know it was expensive because like the guy's a multimillionaire, and he's the one
oh
that has
yeah,
the house on Star Island,
yeah,
and
yeah,
he drove in a Ferrari, you know, and he's
yeah,
like giving me this gift. I was like,
yeah.
hell yeah, this is. And he's like, you drink? I go, not so much, but
Hmm.
like he's like, I got this for you, and there's a letter in there for you too. The letter was money.
Hmm.
But it was
Yeah.
such a nice gesture, a nice gift, thoughtful. And man,
Hmm.
that Russian rum, that's no joke. That was really good.
Yeah,
It was really
yeah,
freaking good. And
yeah,
but other than that, let me bring in Albie and Maggie.
yeah.
Hey, I got
Oh,
the
Hey,
welcome
internet.
back.
Yeah, thank you. The internet just went completely off. The whole lot. I
Oh,
lost everything. The show, everything. YouTube, the lot.
oh.
what?
Yeah, it just woofed.
Hmm.
Someone's playing. Mind you, I was talking
Hmm.
about that. Plug it in.
Yeah, well, I had issues in the beginning of the show where
Yes, I
my internet
seen
was
that.
just. Hmm.
I seen that. It
Oh,
was buffering really bad.
yeah.
Um, I think it was the energy that's taking
Yeah,
us one by one,
I
messing with
wanted
us.
to,
I know it's
I
got hot.
wanted to, yeah, I wanted to mention that what I have noticed, it could be equipment issue. I wouldn't be surprised. But for some reason, lately, it has never been really a problem before. But when
No.
I'm working in the taxi and people try to pay with a credit card,
Yeah.
it has had issues to go through to be,
Mm.
I mean, the payment to be accepted. And more than once, I have had the situation that, okay, I have restarted the system, uh, which is processing the payment, but still, it's like certain cards with
It won't.
certain
Yeah.
banks, which I'm not going to say aloud
Yeah. No.
out loud
Yeah.
here, but certain with certain banks and certain cards, there seems to be always something going on with uh, uh, so that the payment doesn't get through. for some reason, and it has not happened before. So,
No.
but
Well,
at the same breath, I need to say also that it is possible that it is only an equipment issue. It is it is a big possibility.
yeah,
But
I think
I have
hope
been
not.
I have been paying attention to it just because
Yeah,
it happens more than at least once a week or twice a week, and it didn't used to happen.
no,
It didn't. Yeah, it did used to happen before this year. So
Hmm.
it makes me
yeah,
just
true.
thinking that is there something going on with the bank systems or something that it messes up. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, without giving any of my personal details or anything out, there was a glitch in the matrix today, and I had to phone out about something, and they couldn't understand why I hadn't received this said thing, but I had it within 2 hours.
Hmm.
That was a
Mhm.
glitch in the matrix.
Mhm.
I'm not saying anymore. It's
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
beginning. That's all we can say. It's beginning. It's
Yeah.
starting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely things going on in the cyber world
Yeah,
that
Mhm.
it's
Oh
very
yes.
intense.
this is a brand new laptop that brand new. Darren got it me last year, but it
Mhm.
literally, it's not hardly been touched,
Mhm.
hardly at all. Because I just come
Yeah.
off the internet. I use my phone.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I can't even see the chat because I have the screen on big, otherwise I can't see yous. So I've got it on my
Mhm.
phone here.
Right
I
on.
yeah. I was reading through more the Michael Ford book Liber HVHI, and I started the ritual of self liberation again this morning, and I'm extending it over this weekend. So even as I'm speaking with you guys, I am inside the ritual, and I'm immersing myself to it
Mm.
for 3 days. So let's see how it
Right on.
goes.
Yeah, I mean, the next 3 days is gonna be
Yeah,
like I keep thinking about Vicky, so like I'm thinking of her and the rain. I'm thinking about all that rain that's going over there. Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
gonna be
I was
so much rain that they were saying it's gonna be like a 8-10 year. If you were to add up the rainfall and
mm,
within 8-10 years, that's the amount of rain you're gonna get in less than 2 days,
oh yeah,
yeah.
and
that's
Weather
that's
is just crazy. Yeah,
yeah.
that's like
I was I
um,
was send I was sending a message to Eric in Skype, and
mm,
I was just saying that I hope he's all right. I'm preparing for the extra rain and stuff, but he said that he's so much in in the inland, so it shouldn't be that much of a worry. Of course, some extra rain and clouds and stuff, but other than that,
mhm.
he should be quite fine.
where
Yeah,
is
the
he?
next
He's in Utah.
Utah.
Yeah,
he's gonna probably get some of this rain. That's probably gonna go
yeah.
that way.
We
Um,
we haven't had no summer at all. We've had no sun. We're supposed to be getting it for the next week or so, but the
hmm.
leaves are starting to fall off the trees. We're going into fall.
Yeah,
Hmm.
pretty soon. Yeah,
Yeah, and we've had
yeah,
no.
because you're getting fall like conditions already now.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
What?
oh yeah.
yeah.
Here,
I
here's still
was
green.
It's like the summer holidays for the children. They've had
Hmm.
it's been the worst 6 weeks I've ever known the children to have.
Wow.
uh, I was I was just uh, I have started to when it's summertime, I start to feel during the summer when it starts to turn to autumn, and I can feel it. I can tell it from the wind
Yeah,
for some reason.
yeah, you
Like
can.
the
It's got
first breezes of wind or gusts of wind, I can tell that okay, the fall is coming or the autumn is coming.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
our
don't know
weather
why.
pattern here, our weather pattern has just been very weird. Like I said, it's just
Mhm.
the way that there's the high pressure that's pretty much over in the middle of the country, and then a lot of these fronts that are coming through, they're coming from they're coming up from Canada and then dipping down through like Michigan, um, Illinois, Ohio, Indiana, Ohio. It dips through
Mm.
there and goes like, and then comes across. And we've been getting a lot more rain this year during the summer, which this is the first time in 10 years that I've experienced more rain than usual. I was like, if this was winter, oh, we'd be getting snow like every 3 days.
yeah,
Like we would be getting heavy snow because the way it
Mm.
was coming down last night, if it was snow, we would have about 2 feet of snow with
Mm.
the amount of rain overnight and this morning. And
Mhm.
the lightning was so aggressive. The energy was so aggressive, and
Mhm.
that's there. I could show you the front what came through,
Mhm.
and it was. I haven't felt that since I moved up here, and it's so unique.
yeah.
So this is the front that came through
Bloody hell.
right here, and I'm right
Mhm.
here. You see, it's Maggie. It's this little square
Yeah,
right here. That's Connecticut.
yeah. Darren was showing me earlier.
Yeah, I could zoom in.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay. This little where my mouse is,
Yeah.
yeah,
that's I don't know if you can see the mouse. I'm trying to
yeah,
do you see the
yeah,
mouse?
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay, that's Connecticut. I live right in the middle, right here.
Mhm.
And
wow,
I'm halfway between New York. New York City is over here. From where
yeah,
I
Yeah.
live, it's New York City. It's right here. And then Boston is over here.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to be going on a road trip that's going to cover this right here. And then when I get back, I got to go up here for the camping trip. So, but this front that passed through, this thing was super strong.
you could
And
see it, the
yeah,
red.
Oh yeah.
it was so much lightning in it. I was so amazed. It woke me
There.
up a few times last night. I didn't sleep good last night
Yeah.
because of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I know how the storm makes you feel heavy
Yeah,
and
heavy-headed.
yeah, yeah, heavy-headed and tired and you want to sleep and so forth. There are two places in Pennsylvania I would want to visit. One of them is legendary Bobby Mackey's. I think you know it, Rick,
Mhm.
at least from the Ghost Adventures.
Yeah,
Bobby
and I
Mackey's.
would like to go to that state penitentiary.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
What's it
that would be
called? It's
interesting.
there's a name.
Oh,
It's also
I know what you mean. I can't remember
yeah,
it now. Yeah, state
oh,
penitentiary.
it's a state penitentiary, but it's they what they do is they do for Halloween they actually open up the penitentiary and they make it into a scare house.
is that
Yeah.
the one that's on an island?
No, this one's in the city. Um, what's it called? It's gonna kill me. Oh, if anyone knows, maybe if Paula knows, she could put in the chat.
Yeah.
It's a state penitentiary, but they had a lot of convicted, murderers, and they had I think they had the death penalty. They killed individuals there, but they used to kill each other there too. And there's a lot of residual energy, spirit energy there, and
You know, if
you
my
can
husband
hear them.
was here, he'd tell us straight away.
Mm-hmm. It's such a. I would love to do an investigation in there. Let me check out the hurricane, see what's going on with Let me go up here. Check out the current storm. Let's see if it's got
Do you
any.
mean
It's
Update.
crazy the names they're giving them, isn't it? Or is that
Yeah. All right. This is the good thing.
Rick, do you
She's
mean-
weakened.
great?
She's gotten a little weaker. She's now at as of 3 p.m. on that side. 130 mile per hour winds, which is still a category. I think that's a 3, a high 3. And it's moving northwest at 12. So it's carrying. It's going through. I think it's going through an eye wall replacement. Let me check. I think it's going through an eye wall replacement.
Paul has made me laugh.
Let me come over here. Let me check it out. Yeah, it's going through an eye wall replacement.
Oh, wow.
It's going to start going through an eye wall replacement pretty soon because you see here, this is gap that develops, and you see
Yeah.
how it's opening up. So it's going through a cycle right now. So it's going to weaken a bit, but then it's going to strengthen again, and it's going to pick up. But these two islands right here, man, they're
Oh, well,
getting.
they're going to be gone.
Nah, they'll survive. They've been through storms before, so I think they're more prepared than they are like with California. California is
mean-
not really.
Do you mean
Prepared.
Eastern State Penitentiary?
What's it
Can you
called
see
again?
Paula's right.
Eastern State Penitentiary, where they have the haunted house and stuff. God bless you, Paula.
She made me
That
laugh.
was funny.
Seen it.
How would I? I don't know. I think you would know. I was like, I think Paula would know the state penitentiary there. Probably would have sent her mother there. It's like you belong here.
We
And-
just know that you know Paula,
Alcatraz,
so
that's the
that's
one
why
I
we
was
are talking
thinking of.
about you.
Alcatraz.
Alcatraz was that's where the individuals supposedly escaped from there.
Yeah.
I saw that movie. That's with Clint Eastwood.
I think so.
Is it
Yeah.
Clint Eastwood?
Movie. But can you remember Pamela Stephanatis, who we knew? She
Oh yeah.
she took a boat trip out there and she videoed it and showed us round a bit of it.
Yeah. I think she flipped the
37
switch with her.
seconds.
Something happened to her.
She got
I know.
run over.
Huh?
She got evicted. The landlord kicked her out because she was she rented it from his father. I'm telling a personal business online. I shouldn't really, but the last I heard of her, and it's a while, she got run over.
She got run over.
Yeah, yeah, and it was their fault. She was in hospital for a while, but then I didn't hear from her again. You know how people do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she flipped on me for some reason. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really pay too much attention to her because she just went like a little haywire.
Yeah, yeah.
That's like,
But I haven't
Okay.
like I say, I haven't heard from her. That was the last, and that was
Oh, Vika has a
Long,
job
long
interview
while
in a few minutes, but she will join after. Okay.
let me change this out to a better.
Did you look at the comments, Rick?
Not yet. I will now.
Seven serpents lives just by the Eastern State Penitentiary. He says,
Hey, Seven's here. Hey, Seven, how you doing? And Vicky's here. Hey, Vicky.
Hey, Vicky.
I have a job interview in a few minutes, but we'll join after. Okay, good luck on your job interview.
Yeah. Bless you.
That's
Yeah, good luck.
good luck. If you want to join the show, I think the link was already provided. If you need for me to provide it again, I can put it up again. But this is the storm. It's heading up the Baja Coast. It's going through an eye wall replacement cycle, and that's typically happens with these storms. They go through a cycle.
Yeah.
I can zoom in here real quick. That's what it's going through. It's going through an eye wall replacement. So expect this storm to weaken, but it's gonna wrap up again, and then it's gonna just strengthen up again. So if it gets to a Category 5, hopefully by the time it gets to the Baja Coast, it'll get into cooler waters and it'll lower down in intensity, and hopefully by the time it gets to Vicky, it's just gonna be a nightmare anyways, because it's just gonna be so much rain and there's gonna be so much flash flooding, and that is just my biggest concern, because that's what kills people is the flooding, is the water, it's not the wind. The wind is not, unless a tree, the wind knocks over a tree and lands on your house and kills you, then, if you don't have any big trees like that around you, then the main concern is the rain and the amount of rain that's going to fall. They're saying it's going to be an 8 to 10 year, like, let's say San Diego, for instance, you could total up 8 to 10 years is not going to accumulate to the amount of rain that's going to fall in less than 2 days. It's going to be one to remember. So
Yeah.
that's why we want to be safe. I want Vicky to be safe. I hope she got her shit together and she's taking it serious and she's getting her preps and, get some flashlights, get some batteries, just because the power could go out, and if the power goes out, you're going to need a flashlight. You're going to need a lantern or something. Even here, I have flashlights and lanterns and propane gas with a gas stove, because if the power goes out here, I got to cook outside. I got to, and I could live in the boonies. I could live out, with my gas little stove and my propane tank. And I got a lot of propane tanks. That's why I'm going to go camping.
For the camper stoves.
Hey, Gigi, in the chat.
Hello.
Gigi's.
Gigi, that's Gigi.
Gigi,
that's
hi.
My friend.
And Vicky, it'll be a breeze. Just saying.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting.
Her interview will be a breeze. I wasn't to the weather. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the flash flooding. It's just gonna be way too much rain.
Isn't it?
And the way it's falling too, because it's falling from the south to the north. So all that rain has to come downwards and it's coming upwards. So there's gonna be a lot of flooding. That's what's the scary part. Because California is not used to getting this amount of rain all at once. Yeah. Their system is not set up for that. I want to see the lake. Like Vicky was on with me the other day, and she showed this lake.
I've seen a bit of it in between doing stuff the other day. Yeah, I was looking at it. It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous, beautiful.
Just a bit.
I want to see after the storm, once it starts clearing up and the day's looking better. I would love Vicky to go back to that lake and then show me where that water level is. Because I want to see how much rain really, came through, and I believe it's going to be very heavy. It's going to be a lot. My son came over yesterday and blew all the pine needles off the roof and got out of the gutter. Yeah. Don't worry so much about the wind. I don't think it's going to be the wind. It's not gonna. It's the tornadoes that come with the system that you have to. Hopefully, it doesn't hit you, and the heavy rain and the flooding.
Yeah.
So, and I don't. She hasn't experienced a flood event where she lives now. So that's just what's my concern is because this is we're gonna find out a lot about your property coming up in a few days. But we're gonna tomorrow we'll do a show. I'll come on early so that way Maggie, if she could, pass through tomorrow, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
focus our energy into weakening the storm. So right now, I don't mind for it to get strong. Let it become a category 5. Let it become it right now. But then we're gonna drastically drop the storm and focus on the energy of the storm, and with our energy, let's try to lower the intensity
Yeah.
because we could do that.
Oh,
It is
God.
possible.
Yeah.
So, but it looks like a monster. It really does. It looks so scary. Like it, and the fact it's so huge, and the fact that they're gonna start experiencing the rain probably as soon as tomorrow. But the center of the system, you're not gonna experience it until probably Monday morning, like Sunday night into Monday morning. It's just Vicky will be our meteorologist on the ground reporter, and she'll let us know what's going on. And I hope the power doesn't go out. That's all. Because when the power goes out, then sometimes, there's issues, especially with phones, as far as like internet goes.
Yeah.
But we'll make the storm weaker, and we'll just be concerned about the rain. All right, let's get off of this. We'll talk more about it tomorrow.
I love you, Paula. I know you can hear me there, so I just love it. I just love you. You are wonderful. So
yeah, tomorrow will be a special. I'm gonna come in early tomorrow and then Sunday too, and talk about it and see what's going on with the system. And my concern is the Bay of California, that area. That water is so hot, and I just feel like the storm is so big that yes, it could travel in cold water, but then it's feeding off the energy from the Gulf, from the Bay, like that strip of water.
Gulf of Mexico, they call that.
Yeah, the Gulf of Mexico. That's what I'm concerned about. Let me see if I could get a better map on that one, because that there in that area, that's where the hot water is, and that could feed into the system, so it could still, produce more rainfall.
Yeah,
because it's tapping into hot water energy, even though that's going to be it's going to go through cold water, but it's going to tap into that warm, that bay water that it's. Let me show you guys. Yeah. So it may not it may keep some intensity. So that's why I'm saying it may hit California as a hurricane. So, and here it is. So this is the area that I'm talking about. And it's this stretch of water right here. And this water right here is super hot. Super, super hot water. So once it goes through there, it's not. Look how the rain here. Look how it builds up.
Yeah.
Because it's hitting that warm water. So it's holding its intensity with rain. And it's just going to continue to deluge rain. and that's it's going to be creeping up here, and it's going to start rain is going to start coming in, and I don't want it to be strong going to, but it's a possibility that it can make a secondary landfall as a hurricane. That's just, and then the rain. I hope Arizona is ready. Like that, Arizona is going to be getting a lot of rain too, because it's going to be coming through here, through the San Diego area, because it's the storm's right here. It's going to go like through here, and then it's going to cross through here, and it's going to go up through there. So, and then all this side of the storm, that's a lot of rain. And on this side, it's not as potent as far as like the right side of the storm. Because as you can see, I can move it up. You see the right side of the storm, it's more heavier with rain than the left side. But that's a big storm. Okay. It just gives me a weird feeling in my stomach.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take it out.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, it's just I just hope that the Bay of California, that it's I know it's gonna still help the storm. So I wouldn't want it to hit like a category 2 to California. That would not be good. That would not be good. But as a category 1 going to a tropical storm, that's, you don't have to worry about the wind. It's more the rain. I'm talking about like heavy rain for hours and hours. Makes me sick. But anyhow, let's switch.
Yeah.
Switch from the
All the
update.
candles are stable. They usually start flickering if there's, they all seem, nice and steady, the flames. I like to see that. So I feel it's going to be, it'll steady out. I think our work will get done.
You know what they're not talking about?
They don't talk about anything, to be fair, Rick, do they?
No. Well, with all this rainfall that's going to be happening in California, right? That's a lot of weight.
Yeah.
California is known for big earthquakes.
Yes, I know.
Yeah.
And
imagine if that's going to trigger something.
Oh,
yes.
Man. Oh. That would be a really bad year for California.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been already with people moving out and having a disaster of a governor there and so forth. So it's going to be very interesting to follow.
Yeah,
world we're living in, and the minute nothing is set in stone. Nothing. Not an absolute thing.
It's just I'm thinking about all those homeless people. All those homeless people that are sleeping in the streets, and
I know
that's just this is just a nightmare. That's because a lot of them, they don't know what's going on. They don't have TV. They don't have phones. They don't have shit. They're not watching the news, and they're sleeping in areas that are flood prone areas, especially
and that I've seen them.
They get swept away.
Yeah, I've seen them.
A lot of these people, they sleep in inside the sewers. Not even the sewers, but
I've seen it. Yeah.
Yeah. They live in the grounds.
Yeah.
and they don't know what's going on. And next thing you know, it's like all that water is it'll kill them. Oh,
Mhm. I was seeing Paula's comments in the chat, and I have to say again that because of those comments in the chat, Paula, that's why I love you.
Yeah,
Bless you.
yeah.
Bless you.
I think Paula's on the same wavelength as me tonight. Now
mm,
Oh
them
yeah.
names, the names of them all, what they're coming
yeah.
out.
She's gonna be going live in an hour, so
Yeah.
that'll be interesting to listen into. I'll wrap up
Will
the
you
show.
will you wrap up the show?
Yeah, at probably 6:50. I'll probably wrap it up, or I don't know if I should broadcast it here, but I think I could give myself a break and I
Mhm.
could wrap up the show, and then everyone could go over to Paula's channel and watch her.
Mhm.
I don't know how long she's gonna be on for, but
I'll be doing a rewatch with my coffee again tomorrow because I've been up since 6 a.m. this morning. I had to be at the hospital. Well, I had to be at the hospital at 9:30. So
wow.
Okay.
yeah, in a
you're tired.
long day.
You have been early bird.
Well, yeah. Yeah. And when you know you've got to get up, you seem to not be able to sleep. Well, that's me anyway.
Same with me,
Can't
so
settle
you're not
properly.
alone. Join the club.
Yeah. Yeah, 9
Yeah. Yeah, because I woke up last night. I didn't have good sleep last night.
Paula is having fun in the chat. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's spot on.
Save your voice. Save your voice.
Yeah. And I love shorts. Like you were on about, Rick. I've been loving them shorts. Short videos.
Yeah, she I told her, like, I feel like she'd get a lot of attention from the shorts.
Yeah.
She provides. And then I want her to do one of the butterfly cluster, just explaining it like 60 seconds. And I feel like she'll get more attention with that too.
Yeah.
You know? Because I'm not gonna do it. And she's really, that's her thing, you know, and she's explaining and telling people, you know, and
yeah. Well, it's a good way of doing it. She's not, it really is. And it's a release for her. Why not? It's her space. She'll be able to do them short things. Now, I think I had 3 videos up until about a month ago, and then I put some dolphin videos on my channel because I've never, and the one I thought was the worst one out the lot got 2.3k views.
Nice.
Of dolphins.
Sorry. Sorry, Maggie. I was just laughing to Paula's comments.
Again. No.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I blame your finger, Paula. I always blame your finger.
I have a video that has like close to like 3,000 that I put up. It was a short, actually.
I couldn't believe it. It blew me away. I thought, bloody hell.
They bring in my friend.
It's just a record of me seeing dolphins. That's all it was for.
And dolphins are beautiful. And I'm gonna bring in
actually
my friend.
In the wild is unbelievable. There was I didn't take the videos. It was my daughter and my daughter-in-law. The mum, the dad, and the baby were like twisting round each other in the water. I've never seen in symmetry. It was just absolutely amazing. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'll forget it as long as I live. But they weren't grey. They were like a fawny colour, up close and personal, because I was right at the end of the whatever it was, bottomless boat thing. No, don't ask me. I'm blonde. It was an amazing experience, and that's all I put it up there for. Is just just
to share what you went through.
yeah. It was just you can hear me. My voice breaks a bit, going. That's my totem animal.
Then bring in my friend Gigi. Hey, Gigi.
Hi,
Hello, magical people. What's up?
hi, Gigi.
Hi,
How you
hello,
doing?
Maggie. Your accent rocks.
Oh, thank you. I don't.
Mm.
I don't. It's just that people have said it before. And to me, it's just normal.
Are you currently in the UK or are you over here across the pond?
No, I'm in the UK.
Oh, that's like something calls me to there. Before I die, I have to go there.
It's a beautiful island. It really is. And the island is. I'm actually, if I was bred as a cow, I'd have 100% Irish stamped on me behind. The parents were Irish. They come over here as teenagers.
Mm.
But yeah.
Nice. I named my son after my favorite Irish actor. His name is Aidan Turner.
Oh, Avon, what a beautiful name. Yeah, that's lovely. That is.
Yeah, it stands for Little Fiery One, and he so fits that bill.
Yeah. Yeah, bless him.
Rick
Yeah.
was good. What's up? How you been?
Yeah, doing good here, having a good show, relaxing. Gonna be on for another 45 minutes. So that
Yeah,
way
I heard you. I figured I'd jump on with you guys.
Yeah,
It's
get some
lovely.
people some time to come on.
Yeah.
Turmoil?
Ramir.
Termir.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah,
I
all good.
tried.
did exactly the same thing.
I tried.
I waited till someone else
Paula
said it first.
Paula is always saying Mr. T, so you can say
Yeah.
Mr. T too, or just T.
I knew I'd get
So-
it. I knew I'd feck it up some way. Or
All good.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
wait.
totally am gonna take the Mr. T and use it.
Yeah. Mr. T. Yeah.
All good, thanks. All good, thanks. Just sore muscles after gym, but that happens. So it's all
Wait,
good
your
here.
accent is kind of awesome too. Is it Finnish? Is that what you said last time?
It's Finland.
I'm from Finland, yeah.
Very,
I'm
very
from Finland.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's another beautiful place.
They're like, this is
Yeah.
an international show.
Totally international. I'm
Yeah.
loving that vibe.
Yeah. Totally. Yeah.
Mhm.
No.
I'm just from regular New York City.
Ooh.
That's a beautiful place.
I
and all.
have not been in New York. I have been in Los Angeles and Las Vegas so far, but I haven't been in the East Coast or in the Midwest or in the Western United States. But I would want to go there squatching.
Yeah.
It's getting
They
pretty
got some
wild.
nice. They got some nice tourist spots, but the concrete jungle is exactly just that, just the concrete jungle.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It'd be wild.
Yeah. Oh, on them shorts things where people go into the apartments in New York, they ask how much rent they pay. It blew me
It's
away.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's
I could
ridiculous.
put a cardboard box, never mind anything else there.
Yeah, the rent is astronomical out here.
Yeah. Bless you all. And
I
for
mean,
what you
people
get
for a
for it.
studio apartment are paying damn near $1,300 now.
Yeah.
Then that doesn't have not even a bedroom. Sometimes it doesn't
Wow.
even have a bathroom. The bathroom is communal, which sucks.
Which you have to use it
I'm
with other
upstate
people.
New York, so I kind of escaped the concrete jungle, thank God, many years ago. So I'm
Yeah.
upstate.
Oh wow.
That's a good thing. Yeah, because I've seen them. I think you couldn't swing a cat in them, and they're charging that amount. How can they get away with it?
I don't know. Everything's expensive in New York, though. Everything.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I suppose
There it
it's the
is,
same
Mr.
as
T.
our comparison to London. You know, our major city. I mean, it's astronomical down there for a shoebox as well.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I think
And
most
yeah.
major cities are expensive, no?
Yeah,
Our
Yeah, I
capital
would
is
say
very
so.
expensive, man. our capital is running out of space, so it has to expand, and
Wow.
they are pushing all the regular stores out from the center, so it's going to be like this. How do you say it in English? Like a circle with empty space inside.
Huh.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, they are doing it everywhere, trying to copycat the lots of things from Europe and from the United States too, and they don't understand that it doesn't work here.
No, they've tried that here and it's not working.
I mean,
It's not, they've killed your little man, you know, the family shop, the corner
yeah.
The
shop.
right little mom and pop shops, yeah,
shop.
for
Yeah,
sure.
they've just killed them all.
I mean,
Totally.
imagine this. This is, I think, Lahti is maybe fifth biggest city in Finland at the moment, with around 105,000 people. During the weekdays, from Monday to Thursday, we have practically 2 clubs or 2 bars open after midnight in the whole town, where you can get beer and stuff. And you can't buy beer from any store after 9 o'clock in the evening and until something like 9 o'clock in the morning. And
Mhm.
Oh, really?
and
I think that's like here too in Connecticut.
Yeah,
yeah, and and
it's not as
here
early as 9 o'clock.
in my city they are pushing this as a, how do you say it in English, that when you have only walking areas, like walk streets, like in Prague and stuff, and they are completely killing off the center of the city. Like, I mean, I live 100 meter
Pedestrianising it.
I live 100 meters away from from the center, and soon we will have a situation that I need to buy a car to get to a grocery store.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah,
They're
and they are pushing
pedestrianising everything.
all the stores from the. They're completely killing off
Yeah,
the core of the city.
yeah. They've done that here where
So
where I am in the Midlands.
mhm.
Doing that here. Where you
But
either
That
get
is
it
so sad.
online. Yeah. We had all farmland. I'm on the edge of the city, and we had all farmland and everything round us. But
mhm.
slowly, the 2 sisters that own the farmland, one of them died, so they sold the land, and now there's all houses on it. We had fields and fields to walk and everything. There's nothing.
Mm.
They're just building all around the city.
Yeah.
Because you guys say that they're running out of room. Have they ever implemented the tenements rule over there? Like that's what they had to do in the 5 boroughs, right? So when we ran out of room, and this was like the 1800s, instead of building wider, like more areas to live, we started building up. So that's why we
Mm.
have buildings that are
Yes, they're
astronomically
doing.
huge,
Yeah,
We
yeah.
should do
because
it
we
here
were
too,
That
running
but
out of land to build on. So we started building upwards.
Yeah,
yeah.
they're doing
Well,
that in the city. Yeah, everything's
in
going up.
here,
Mhm.
Finland is rather big country, which
Yeah,
many people don't understand. It's long. It's not that wide in that sense, but it's long.
yeah,
And
Right.
we have a common border with Russia. And what at the moment, my city is expanding sideways. It's not. They are not building up. They are building expanding like uh, around the core.
Right.
So, and everything they are doing now is shutting down the core of the city. So it's going to be practically empty from the center.
That's so sad.
Yeah.
yeah,
And when you look at the photos from the 1950s and 1960s, the marketplace which we have down there, uh, it was jam packed with people, and it was very lively. And somehow they have, and still in the 90s, like the nightlife, it was like from another planet. And now
Right.
it's practically there is no nightlife here. So this is going to be dead city, not city of the dead necessarily, but dead city in
Yeah.
that sense. So I don't know why would anyone want to move here. Practically,
It's the same.
Yeah,
the
it's crazy the way things change.
Yeah, this used to be a market town. They changed it to a city in the 70s. Now we've got no market at all. Nothing.
Mhm.
And it was,
Mhm.
I can remember walking with my mum to the market every day to get fresh food. And then my dad grew his own. He had 3 allotments. I never had any shop bought veg. My dad grew it, or it came from the market.
Mhm.
But now you can't get nothing like that. It's all supermarkets or internet.
Mhm.
You can't actually smell, feel, and touch your food anymore, if that sounds. It's all wrapped in plastic these days.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, it's really sad the way things change.
Yeah.
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 My
Yeah,
was
I noticed.
my
I noticed a lot of stuff too because, like, I was looking at pictures from the '60s, like the females, right? None of them had their hair colored in awkward color. None of them had piercings, and
Mhm.
none of the females had penises.
Yeah,
So
and they were all
I love
they
you
didn't
for
have.
that.
they weren't extra large either. They were regular
Right.
size.
No,
Mo-
they're really like.
He had a proper figure. They brought in Twiggy and Barbie doll to confuse the masses to think that you had to be like a stick thing person.
Yeah, I love my
Mhm.
pleasantly plump self, so thank God
I
I
was
never
always
really.
pleasantly plump until I got
Yeah,
ill.
Mhm.
The weight just dropped off
I'm
me.
Dominican, so curves come with the program over here, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I always had a nice, what I call bum.
Mhm.
That's
I don't
with
know
age, it
because
all
I'm no lady.
disappears.
Thank God.
Mr. T's like I can't relate, but okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody had a normal
Yeah,
figure. They weren't
I'm just
injecting
me,
and whatever they're doing these days.
you know. So yeah, but uh, I was about to say that my lady lives in St. Petersburg, which is only 5.5 hours away, on the other side of the border, and it has same population as the whole Finland in together, like 5.5 million people there.
Oh
So
wow.
and she knows that I know Russian language. I have studied it and I can speak it quite well. So I can
Bridget,
I can I can speak. I can deal with daily things like going to grocery store and asked how much something costs and so forth. So she knows that I'm ready to move to her place if she wants.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
so
yeah.
anyhow,
I
so
mean,
it
if
will
it's as
be.
bleak, if it's everything's changing so drastically where you are, you might as well go
Yeah,
somewhere
Mhm.
else.
Yeah.
yeah. I said privet. It's hello in Russian, isn't it? Privet.
Krivet?
Привет. Привет.
Yeah, privet.
Yeah. Привет.
Krivet.
Yeah, well,
Greetings.
I tried.
Greetings.
I did research that one.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
People are some in the live chat of Eric in Odyssey. People are sometimes confused because I write Italian and I also write Russian sometimes in the
Oh,
chat.
wow. Yeah.
So they're like, who is this guy? Where is he from? I think I'm from Sirius or something.
Are you self-taught?
internet's going to look crazy.
I used to live in Italy
So
for almost 3
Yeah,
yeah,
years
funny
technical
again.
difficulties.
in Sicily.
Internet's just going.
I was and I learned to speak quite fluent Italian there, and also write Italian there. And then when I was 15, I thought I was becoming an orchestra musician as a violinist, and I had a violin teacher from St. Petersburg, and at the time she spoke only French and Russian, so I had no choice but to learn Russian in school and in high school, and
That's pretty cool.
then yeah, and then I visited St. Petersburg over 20 times in the past, and it was actually a bit comical because I was going to St. Petersburg almost every second week, like from Thursday morning to Sunday evening. So I started to know these people from the customs and from the from the Finnish customs and from the Finnish border control. So sometimes like they were like, "Oh, it's you again," and I was like, "Yeah, it's me again." Like we were having
Mm,
some inside jokes and stuff, and people in the wagon were looking like, "Who is this guy? Like how does he know all these border patrol guys and stuff?" And so it was. I had good time traveling
He's still
across the
there, Rick.
border.
Mhm.
Sorry, he was having trouble. He was,
The internet's going in and out.
yeah.
Oh, okay. But
hey, I'll
anyhow,
light one
Go
with you,
ahead.
Maggie.
Yeah.
Mm. Speak to him here. It's just the internet was just going a little wild.
Yeah.
no,
I thought he was glitching out.
Okay.
Has
Just
it been
call me
storming where
Mr.
you are, Rick?
Steve.
It was bad last night. It was crazy. A lot of thunder and lightning.
Yeah, over
And
here too.
then it's been acting crazy. Yeah, it was really. It woke me up a few times. It was so loud, the thunder, and a lot of lightning.
It's
Like
been raining
even
on
there
and
was a
off here for
part.
4 days straight.
Yeah, there was a portion that got flooded here. For a short amount of time, it flooded, and like the garbage bins were floating down the street, and it's because today was trash pickup day, and the trash was in the curbs, but the storm came last night and early morning and flooded the street, and there was just trash everywhere. But the city came and cleaned everything up and reopened the streets again. And that's just a little.
Connecticut
That
is
was just
pretty good.
overnight storms.
Connecticut
You
is
imagine
pretty good about
a
keeping the
tropical
streets
system.
clean.
Yeah. It's just San Diego. Huh. I can't wait to hear from, see videos and see what happens out there.
Yeah.
I'm curious with the rainfall and the amount of
Well, I have
mudslides that's going to
somebody.
be happening.
I have somebody that lives in Cali. They've been keeping me up to date. I guess they're downplaying it on their end. They're upplaying it on our end,
Mhm.
right? Which is so bizarre to me, but that's how media works, right?
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
as of right now, it's a category 4, right? But they're downplaying it to the point where they're like, "Well, I think it's gonna just miss us and just cut straight into Nevada and miss from the top of the bottom side of Cali all the way up. It's gonna miss that supposedly." But I'm like, if that turns into a category 5, I don't care where you are in Cali, you're gonna feel some remnants of something.
Mhm.
You know, Skid Row is right there in
Tornadoes.
LA. Skid Row is right there in
Yeah.
LA. Skid Row is probably gonna be flooded. Probably gonna be
Mhm.
mad bodies of these people, these homeless people stuck in these little encampments that they make on their own.
Yeah.
Mhm.
God knows what's gonna happen with that.
Yeah, I was talking about that earlier. I was talking about
Yeah.
where they have the coverts where homeless people be sleeping on there, and they be going and they're not knowing what's happening, what's going to be happening, and a lot of them end up dying because of floodwaters.
I don't even think a lot of people in our own backyard, like in our own United States, know how big of a population is homeless in California.
Yeah.
It's by far one of the biggest populations of homelessness compared to the rest of the states, you know? It's
Mm-hmm.
pretty bad.
Fit you're homeless on our island.
Yeah, they can definitely make their own little state for sure.
Yeah,
With the amount of homeless people they have
Yeah.
there. It's really sad.
it is. It's heartbreaking.
But then they try to depend on the government for help, and they're not there for them.
No,
Right?
no. I tend to watch shorts about that. Is it Just Nate or someone on TikTok who goes round and he's got backpacks with socks, underwear, and things, and whatever donations he gets, it goes straight back to these people.
Yeah, he's pretty dope. He's pretty awesome actually.
Yeah,
He helps them. Sometimes he puts them up in hotels with all the donations he gets
Yeah.
from his viewers.
yeah. He goes right out. I think
He
he's
gives
amazing.
them makeovers and stuff, makes them feel human again, you know?
Yeah,
I
and
mean, because
most
I could imagine it's pretty dehumanizing to
Yeah.
be like thrown away by society and like the government doesn't even care about you. That has
Yeah.
to put you in some kind of mindset that's
Yeah.
not that positive at all.
I know.
No,
Some of them
they're
just can't believe that they're getting help. They just cannot believe it. It makes you so grateful.
But
For
they
what-
rather
Yeah.
send the money to Ukraine and not
No, well,
help the people
so's
here.
so's our country that has done that.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah,
Like
Sadly.
we could use that money. We could use that to help the homeless people. People like, and then the borders are just wide open, and people are just fluxing in. And
Yep.
who's gonna take care of all those people? Where are those people gonna live? Like,
Mhm.
our hotels at the minute, so people can't even go on holiday.
Right.
yeah, here too. Like in New York, it's they overtaken the hotels.
Yeah,
It's like
Mhm.
it's hard to find hotels. You could find them, but you're gonna be paying more money.
oh yeah,
You're gonna
they're
be paying a lot more money for them.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
you
then
know how it is.
free. Mobile
It's
Even
phones,
the Airbnbs are expensive.
iPhones and all, not just your normal bog standard phones. What we've got, it's our top of the range iPhones they're getting and everything. Cars,
Hmm.
it's relentless what they're getting, and yet
Yeah.
people who desperately need it, people I know that desperately need stuff, can't get anything.
Right. And there's people that actually work and contribute to the tax bracket. You know what I'm saying? They get taxed and stuff. And even those people got ignored. Like,
Yes, I can
it's,
remember I was earning 50 pence. It's like 50 cents too much to get any benefits or any reliefs. My husband was working and I got 3 jobs. And between us,
so I have a question for both of you, right? Internationally.
yeah,
Mhm.
Like, how does our government and our politics look across the pond? Fucking crazy, right? Yeah, I could be
same
honest.
as ours, exactly the same as ours, Looney Tunes.
Is it?
Yeah, and ours probably looks the same to you, I presume.
I mean, I don't follow politics. I feel like if I'm
don't.
so disgusted with my own, like I don't want to know nobody else's, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah,
Like I
no,
just mind my business. But yeah, I would think that across the pond or across the way, people might look at us like we're just absolutely batshit bonkers.
no. Well, there's
Actually,
a
the-
woman that does Katie Hopkins. Her name is. She was ostracised and cancelled by the media and everybody, and its dog. She was deported from Australia during the lockdowns because she refused to do the protocols that was needed. She sneaked into the USA, and she now does a show where she calls it Batshit Bonkers Britain.
I gotta catch that show.
Yeah, Katie Hopkins. She was ostracised by everybody and his dog, but she
Yeah,
puts
so-
it how it is. She went and stopped on Skid Row.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
She went and stopped there. She's
In
on tours in America and that. She got deported
Mm.
from Australia, and she had so she had it tattooed on her backside.
Oh
in
no.
Finland,
Yeah.
in Finland, we used to copycat a lot of things from Sweden. And for example, Sweden has something like 60 or 65 no-go zones where the police doesn't want to go or can't go because
Oh
they will
wow.
be overwhelmed. And because of
Really?
this mass immigration, Rahim Kassam has a book about no-go zones in Europe. And Finnish politicians, there are certain individuals which I won't call by name here, but
Yeah.
there are certain ones who claim that there are no-go zones anywhere in the Europe, and that's complete BS. And at the moment, our Finnish government is copying things from the government of the United States. I mean, particularly from the Democratic Party, so-called Democratic Party, and we are heading in the same direction as part of Sweden and part of similar direction with the United States in general. Like Finland last and everybody else first, and we are dumping money everywhere. We are dumping money which we don't have, and we are one of the most heavily taxed countries. Well, I think we are top 5 the most heavily taxed countries in the world, and the population is 5.5 million, more or less,
Oh
at
wow.
the moment. And the media is, if you ask me, the media is pretty much like the Western media in general, that we don't have a free media. It's the same stories what the CNN or an NBC or anything else tries to tell. And sadly, we have been taught for many decades that the media and the government is on the people's side. But
Yeah.
today, the game has changed, and especially the elder population doesn't see it happening right in before their eyes.
Yeah.
And also same goes with the healthcare system is getting private, and the healthcare system works exactly like they are being told by big pharma. And so if you were born in the end of 70s or early 80s and you are you're like on your 40s like I'm now, you don't recognize the country what it was 20 years ago or 25 years ago when I was a teenager or early adult. It's complete mess, and it's completely from a different planet. But sadly, the main population believes everything what the mainstream media tells them, regardless of what the facts are about anything to that matter. So
Yeah.
this is I have been telling people that I got revelations from the spirit world, and I got my wake up call, and I started to research things and investigate things at how things really are, and my eyes have opened. I would say that I was politically on the left until my early 30s. Like I was politically on the left after I got my awakening. I have many people have told me to get involved with politics, like become a politician, but it's so disgusting topic that I have no interest toward politics. And some people have also said that I have so strong sense of justice and law. I think it comes from Belial, that I should be reading as myself as a judge, but I'm not interested in law in that much. But if you ask most of the people, I would say that 90% claim that the media is honest and tells the truth about things, when it's the complete opposite. So it's pretty
Yeah.
much the
Oh,
same.
it's gone.
Oh, Gigi's gone.
Yeah.
But that's how it is, and that makes me
Basically,
partially
you've just
sick.
read the storybook for where we are as well.
Yeah, and that makes me sick from my stomach, and this wants me to go elsewhere, and I don't want to pay a single penny to my government again, and in the form of taxes, which is practically stealing.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And imagine this: you have been paying pensions to your pension fund for your whole life.
Yeah.
Now, when you get pension back, you are still being taxed
Taxed again on it. When you've already
again from the money you have been already taxed when you were working.
Yeah.
Which is completely crazy.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and
yeah, it's
so it's completely nuts. And I know that our economy is screwed, and we will have a lot of trouble coming up, especially with the BRICS and stuff.
Yeah.
And people can't see. They are not preparing at all.
But my husband has been into this for a long time, and we are prepped. Very prepped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we've been we only get what we need, if you know what I mean. What we want. We've had to be like that, you know, to prepare for these times. Like one thing, I don't drink it an awful lot, but my husband does. I've got 9 jars of coffee in the cupboard. But I only buy them when they're on offer. I will not pay the full price. But that's how
I hope Gigi is okay with me. I was just trying to answer her question. That's all.
Oh,
so
cool.
No, she has technical. No, she wrote. She has having technical
issues on her mind. Okay. Good.
Yeah. She was really interested because it's
yeah. So I was just trying to answer her question. That's all.
It's exactly I'd have said exactly the same as you are. It's like they're all going from the same playbook. And I've always said that for a long time. Whatever goes off in America, you can guarantee there will be a backlash or something the same.
And people, for example, concerning European Union, if we would have been joined legally to the European Union and to Euro, there should be law in the Constitution. But there is no law written in the Constitution anywhere at the moment we joined European Union and Euro, and we didn't. There was supposed to be a vote within the people about joining or not joining, but the problem would have been our pro-European Union media, which is also a pro-democratic party media, believe it or not. So they are trashing Trump in the media. They are trashing Putin in the media. They are feeding all the same lies. What the Clinton News Network or ABC or these big so-called media houses are telling them. So we don't really have an independent media. We haven't had independent media for 25 years, almost 30 years now, and people still can't see it. Like, we are naive, and we are being played as fools.
Yeah, it's trouble.
I'm sorry, but that's the sad truth.
Oh, now we're all taking that jump, and we realise we're not staying on the edge of the cliff. We're moving forward.
So if YouTube wants to cancel me, that's fine. By by me, but that's just the facts.
Oh no,
That
no,
is the truth.
I actually agree with it. So, and I know my husband would too.
Yeah,
me
so
too.
when I try to speak about things and so forth, it's like talking to zombies or completely.
Yes,
I would
NPCs.
like to say that to brainwash people, like they can't see anything by themselves.
No.
Like they are so lost
Yeah.
somehow in their mind
Yeah.
that there are individuals who think for themselves, but we are still in the minority, sadly.
I don't
But
know. There's a lot more. There's a
oh
lot
yeah,
more
there is awakening going on, but
than there was
uh,
years ago, if you like.
you know, yeah. So
Are
despite
you,
despite Russia has their own issues with accepting religions like witchcraft or things like these that they don't really want to see, that they are really like Russian Orthodox mostly.
mm,
Regardless of that, I would still desire, if I could decide at this very moment, without any second thoughts, I would happily live together with my lady in St. Petersburg and run the small business, and then with time try to grow it to bigger, which is
yeah.
practically apartment investing or real estate investing, what she's doing. And she's very smart with money. So if you are, and these things which I mentioned before, they makes me want to vomit,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And
I know.
people think that, yeah, these rainbow people, they are cool people, and it's cool, and BLM is cool, and they don't see the riots and looting and all the BS which is coming from the far left. Pardon
At
me,
the
Rick.
minute.
I don't mean to trash USA, but
No, I
you
know.
know,
No.
I
Yeah.
hope Rick is
I'm with
okay with
you.
this.
What they're doing here at the minute, they're going into they're not even stopping the shoplifters. They're going into the shops,
Yeah, that's crazy.
grabbing all
Mhm.
the stuff and walking out, and they're letting them. They're not allowed to stop them from going out. They're just walking in and grabbing which results in the losses coming back onto your average Joe Bloggs who just wants to get the shopping and be done.
That's
If
what
you
happens when you
Yeah.
have Democrats running the system.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's always an issue with Democrats running the system, and it's just I just don't I don't know how the hell the government is continuously operating.
One master pulling the strings
Mm-hmm.
globally.
Like literally, we have a puppet in office
Yeah.
right now, and
Mhm.
the dude, he should be retired. He
Yeah.
should be
And
on the beach, but he should be
yeah,
retired. He shouldn't be running the country.
Yeah.
imagine this here, especially elder people are like, they don't even consider that media could lie to them,
Oh, I know that.
and
Mm.
No matter how bad things look like economically, or especially now when Trump get these all indictments and the real crooks are walking free and stuff, they still think that, oh, Joe Biden is a cool guy, and he's the good guy, and Trump is evil, and so forth. So it's like, I mean, are you kidding me?
That's the
Yeah.
playbook they've been playing since the 80s
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
Did you ever, Rick, have you ever been reading the books of Dinesh D'Souza? Do you know him?
No.
I
Okay,
do.
you do.
Yeah,
Dinesh
D'Souza.
D'Souza.
Yeah.
He has books like
He's
Big Lie.
he's got a lot of YouTube videos, hasn't he?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
he has
yes,
also
yes.
yeah,
My husband watches
yeah.
him.
He has
On a-
also two or three big movies. He moved to United States as a legal immigrant in his early days,
Yeah,
and since then he has got citizenship of United States in a legal way. But the government of Obama targeted him for a minor thing,
yeah,
and it awakened him up. And he
Mm.
has been written a lot of interesting books.
yeah,
If I have them in my Google Drive, I could try to share some to you, Rick, in
Mhm.
yeah,
Discord later, so you could see that if there is something what interests you. But
yeah.
he has some interesting, so
Mm.
just like Peter Schweitzer, like my dad, bless him, my old man thinks that still that Democrats are the good guys and Republicans are the bad guys, and uh, and so forth. So
Yeah, my
he
dad's
has
the
this,
same way too. He's a Democrat, and I can't stand him.
yeah. I mean, my dad is a government employee. He was a general manager of
Mm.
our city orchestra and brought it actually to the world map, and also built the Sibelius Hall here in my city. But and I know he's a smart guy. So sometimes I try to wake him up, but I don't know, was it Brian Tracy who said that if you are old enough, you have very hard time changing your beliefs, and you will most likely die with your old belief system.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I believe that.
but
Well,
I
that,
think there is awakening going on that
yeah,
BAF and other organizations must be stopped and so forth. So,
any of the alphabet things,
yeah,
any of
yeah,
them.
yeah. But the trouble is that our government is completely pro-European Union government, and they are completely blind to anything else. They are just completely, they can see only Euro and only European Union, and nothing else exists outside of it.
Yeah,
Like it's completely bonkers. If you look at economics and birth rate and death rate and so forth, so it's crazy.
mm. There's a Dr. John Campbell on YouTube, and he's
Mhm.
putting the statistics out of the death rates
Mhm.
what have been going on over the last few years and all that, how it's
Yeah,
risen.
uh,
He's doing it globally as well.
yeah, Dennis Rancor is also another name who has these numbers.
Yeah,
And funny thing is that after certain events happened here and people got what they got,
yeah,
so we have had excess mortality about 12.5%
yeah,
in our population, and the birth rate is going down.
yeah. Same here.
And they are still recommending to elder generation that take the fourth.
Well,
Take the fourth.
that's what
Yeah.
happened to my friend. Had the fourth.
Mhm. So
Hmm.
And there was no, they were old school, watch telly, whatever was on the TV. It didn't matter what I said or didn't say.
yeah,
All I could do was
yeah,
be there.
one of my elder friends or contacts who is over his 70s says that he trusts the health officials, and I was like, I have lost complete faith in our healthcare system and to our government. So only thing I can trust is myself, and I will never take anything into my body again. And he was like, I told him that if you take the fourth one, this is what is likely going to happen. And he was like, I'm like a madman to him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
So it's divided the world. Another division they've given us.
Yes, big
If
time.
we hadn't, if we hadn't got enough, they gave you some more. It's not bringing race, religion. It's got to be something, can't it?
So Rick's being quiet quite a
Yeah.
while.
Just thinking, I know Paula's coming up soon. She's starting at 7, so we have like a 10-minute, a few minutes, like 8 minutes, so I could give some people a chance to use the restroom and so forth, and we can watch Paula do her thing. And I was just looking at the tropics real quick because I'm paying attention to an area that has me a little concerned, and it has to do with the Atlantic. And it's just because
really
I have family in Puerto Rico and so forth, and there's a couple of systems that I'm just hawking at the moment. I can show you guys real quick what I'm looking at. So this is the area I'm looking at. These are 3 systems here. The one I'm concerned is the one here in the front. There's this one here because it's starting to explode here, and it's starting to kind of get its act together. This one back here also is starting to get its act together. And then you have this real big one back here that I know dry air is getting into it, but it's starting to get momentum. So this is going to be something towards, a few more days it needs. But this one here, I feel like is blocking the dry air, and it's starting to get its act together. And if it continues to move how it's moving, and then if it moves up this way, it's going to come towards the islands. And then this one here also, it's starting to pick up in activity. And this is the time of the year where these systems start picking up. So, and Puerto Rico is right here. Yeah, here's Puerto Rico. Here's where the tropical systems are. One of them might get named, and I think it's this one right here in the middle. It's acting so, and it's starting to get itself together. So let's see within another 24 hours, see how it develops. I'm gonna be paying attention more to the weather and hawking some areas. And this is something that I loved since I was little.
You've always loved it, though, Rick.
It's always been about the weather and learning and seeing the development and feeling the energy of it. It's pretty cool. I'm doing a stream with Mrs. 7 tomorrow early afternoon. Okay, that's a good one. We're definitely gonna tune into 7 Serpents. He's gonna be doing a show tomorrow. Paula's she put her link out, and she's about to jump on. I'm gonna wait another 5 more minutes, and I'm gonna get off. So I'm gonna order me something to eat because I'm hungry. I'm not cooking today. It's Friday.
Yeah.
I don't cook Friday.
What you're having, Rick? Anything? What do you fancy today?
I don't know. Today, I have this really good Mexican restaurant that's pretty close to me. And they have really good fish tacos.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Yeah, it's really good. It's really juicy and super good. So I'm contemplating on doing that.
Don't
And
contemplate, just do it. It's Friday.
yeah, it's Friday. I'm not cooking. I
Mhm.
don't cook on Fridays. I cook during the
Yeah,
week, and the week was
I,
all good. And
I pick any day of the week that I don't feel like cooking. And
Yeah,
I feel like cooking never. Just give me a chef, and he could cook for me.
yeah.
yeah, I did it as a
I love you.
living.
I love you, Paula.
Yeah,
Mm,
Well, that's so cool. But yeah, I would
she's
love to have a
wonderful.
chef. And then you tell him what you want. It's like, oh, I want sushi tonight, and then he sets up the sushi and everything. That's to get to that level. That's and the fact that it has to deal with like monetary. You have to be
yeah.
a certain bracket. I'm like, that sucks.
Mhm,
But I've learned a lot, and I've made my own meals and so forth, and
mhm.
I'm doing good.
I
Not to
try to
worry.
be like a bodybuilder and make my own meals, so I know what's in them
Yeah,
and how
you gotta
much.
get a lot of protein.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Protein, like
yeah.
especially coming out of the gym.
Hmm.
Before the gym, of course, the protein shakes or
Yeah,
creatine shakes,
yeah.
or there's
I
certain
having
things that
my
you could take.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, before and then
yeah.
after you have an after
Hmm.
shake, which is like um the gym that I used to go to, they used to make the shakes there.
Hmm.
So all you did was like you could have your pre-workout there, and then they can make a post-workout drink, so you take it on the way out. I thought that was
Hmm.
a clever, and they did really good. It
Hmm.
was pretty successful,
Hmm.
and the prices were reasonable.
Hmm.
Um, but it's the post-workout is just as important as the pre-workout.
I would say that post-workout is even more important for recovery and for the muscle growth
Hmm. It needs, yep.
than than pre-workout, because as you know that when you go to the gym you destroy
Hmm.
muscle and
Yeah.
muscle tissue, and protein is the building block for the muscle. So in that
Hmm.
sense, or in all simplicity,
Yeah.
I would say
And make
post-workout
sure to
meal is good.
stretch.
Yeah.
And make sure to stretch before you go to bed, before just a good
Mm,
stretch, and you'll feel
mhm.
the difference, I guarantee.
I don't.
So
Sorry, I'm
uh
sorry, I'm yawning.
no,
yeah.
it's good.
It's 1 o'clock no, 2 o'clock for you, isn't it,
Yeah,
Jeremy?
2 o'clock.
It's
Two
Yeah,
late
o'clock.
2 o'clock.
night.
It's nearly midnight, the witching hour.
Mm, yeah.
Well, we got Paula coming up in a minute, so
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm up here, and you
Yep.
guys take care of your restrooms and your
Yeah.
drinks, and grab a snack and enjoy
Yeah.
Paula coming up.
I'm going to be
That's
Yeah.
putting my earphones in and listening in. If I'm not in the chat,
Yeah.
Paula, much love, darling. I am around and I have already thumbed up and things.
Yeah, definitely gonna be listening to it in the beginning
Mhm.
because I'm
Yeah,
gonna grab some food and so
Yeah.
forth. I'll interact with the chat room. Hopefully, I could get in and interact with the chat room.
yeah.
Today's
I
the test.
Yeah, I hope
Mhm.
everybody has a good time. I've really enjoyed the talk last time. Really
Yeah.
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It
Same
hits on
here.
a few points. Yeah, so
Mhm.
looking forward to it.
Thanks, Maggie. Thanks, Rick.
Awesome. All
No,
right,
See you
guys.
soon.
We'll
Jeremy,
do.
See
thank
you
you.
soon, people.
Take care, both of you.
Much
Take
love.
care,
Mhm.
everyone. Much love.
Bye.
Bye. And for everyone else, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys. Um, it was a good show, great show. We're gonna do this again tomorrow. Tomorrow will be more like a storm update, and it's gonna be crucial. To hopefully, we could bring this storm a little bit more down. Um, it's concerning, but with that said, Please enjoy your day. Have a good morning and a good evening and a good night. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Hopefully early. We'll see. We know Seven is doing a show. I don't know exactly what time tomorrow. He says early afternoon, so that's after 12 and 2 o'clock ish. Hopefully, we'll catch Seven and his presentation. And with that said, thank you for watching. I'll see y'all later. Peace.